So darlings, how are we? I think tonight we shall have my alter ego. Yes, one of them. We have many. Fuck this place, fuck the system, and fuck the fucking laws with the fucking games. I make my fucking rules. You make your fucking rules. I don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. Make a story. It's fucking called freedom. It's fucking called freedom. I make my fucking rules. Testicle. In a vacuum. We need to eradicate. We need to eradicate. Testicle. In a vacuum. Fuck this place, fuck the system, and fuck the fucking laws with the fucking games. I make my fucking rules. You make your fucking rules. I don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. Make a story. It's fucking called freedom. It's fucking called freedom. I make my fucking rules. Darlings, how are we? Testicle. In a vacuum. We need to eradicate that. We need to eradicate that. Testicle. In a vacuum. We need to eradicate that. Fuck the system, eradicate that. Fuck the system, eradicate that. Fuck the system, eradicate that. Fuck the system. Music award at the end of this, you know? Testicle. In a vacuum. We need to eradicate that. We need to eradicate that. Testicle. In a vacuum. We need to eradicate that. Fuck the system, 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 eradicate that. How are we doing, people? Is that right? Right. So before I open up, just going to do some usual. I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. Obviously the globe and some of the antics that go on run about. As I see, there's still a lot of sweetie wives running about here. People are still confused about how to identify propaganda and who is perpetuating propaganda. As I say, if the people are not focusing on objectivity and providing scientific proof of things, and they're pretty much focusing on characters and talking about characters, whether it be a globe earther, a flat earther, a concave earther, or whatever earther. These people are absolute fucking morons. Total and utter retarded imbeciles. Okay? So before I go any further, if anybody has anything that they've got to say to me, or questions about my content, or claims made about the objective world, grow a set of balls. See if you can find yourself a spine and step up. It's too many. This whole fucking YouTube thing's an absolute circus of the most deluded, imbecilic fucking twats you will ever meet in your life. Right? It is absolutely horrific, the state of the human consciousness. And I see these fucktards who think they're fucking awake and woke-ed and spiritual and all that. These are a bunch of fucking incompetent gimps. Fucking lotties. We fucking sweetie mouthed fucking bitches. We talk about this one, talk about that one. Fucking retards. This is why the human species can't evolve properly. This is why we're going to struggle to get out of this fucking bastard shithole that we're in. Too many people are just interested in being fucking popular, downing other people to make themselves relevant and popular. Absolute scum of the fucking earth, these cunts. If you get something to say, speak to people directly. If there's wee whispers and bitching going on round about you, stand up against it. Are you fucking scared? Again, people are scared to commit to what is actually true and what is the right thing to be doing. Bitching and whining and talking about other people, it's not going to solve anything. And the people who are perpetuating it should be getting pointed at and fucking laughed at. Not propped up and gave a place to waffle their pish at people and confuse other people. So, just come and speak. So many people have got opinions about me, about the objective world and the content offered, yet they never step up to the mark and have a discussion. Run about with their wee sweetie mouths. Little bitches hiding in the undergrowth. So, anyway, this globe thing. Well, Dale only goes on about water. Dale doesn't even go on about water. Dale's blew this whole fucking thing apart from day one and spoke about every aspect of this fucking thing. And I'll start from the very beginning, shall I? First and foremost, we have to understand what we're actually discussing. What we're actually discussing and questioning is the objective world that we all share. Not your subjective opinion, your emotional processes, who you are at this moment in time or any other moment in time, what your preferences are, what your preferences are not, what colour your hair is, how many tattoos you've got, what your tattoos are. None of that stuff matters in any of this. So anybody who's going on about any of that stuff should be ignored. They're a moron. The question is the objective world. Impersonal. Not going to change according to your opinions or your beliefs or wishes or preferences or emotional instability. We're talking about the factual, objective world that is there when you open your fucking eyes in the morning. Where bricks falling from a high place will cave your fucking skull in. Or if you run out in traffic, you're going to get squashed. You know, the real world of objects and substance. So first and foremost, you have to understand that that's what we're talking about. Then people will want to invoke science. Okay, so we then have to discuss what science are we talking about then? Because there is subdivisions, and rightly so. So the sciences that deal with the objective world are the natural sciences. That being physics, chemistry, biology, the sciences that endeavour to understand the objective aspects of our reality. When we're using human-created language like mathematics, the mathematics is classed as a formal science because it is not a natural component of the objective world. It's a language created by man. A very useful tool in the natural sciences when it's applied to the natural sciences. Substance. Three-dimensional objects that we move around and interact with. The heliocentric globe model and a lot of its other existential narratives are purely mathematical concepts. The globe is a mathematical concept. It has nothing tangible. There is nothing in your 3D reality, object, substance that you move around and interact with that would suggest any of the heliocentric globe claims are anywhere near a possibility. The heliocentric globe cult model has implemented itself through sophistry and imagery, and it continues to do so. That's why you will never get an actual tangible measurement or practical demonstration of any kind in regards to the heliocentric globe cult model. So, for instance, when we hear things about, what about the luminaries? What about the sun, the moon? These things are not in our three-dimensional space. We cannot move around these supposed objects. They cannot be quantified, the same as something directly in our reality can be quantified. They are purely visible phenomena. Visible phenomena has been passed over as three-dimensional, solid, tangible object within our space. So when I say, look at how a substance behaves, look, there is no measurable curvature. The practical applications from gyroscopes to construction and navigation all tell us that we live on a level Earth. And I don't mean a redefinition of level from the heliocentric globe cult concept of equal from the centre of my circle. I mean level in actual reality. Straight line, equal from one point to the other at the same elevation with no deviation. That's the real definition of level. We then have people invoking all sorts of straw man and red herrings. For one, nothing in the sky measures the earth beneath your feet. People will jump to conversations and arguments about gravity. The way in which objects fall is an observed phenomena. We can all observe that phenomena in our three-dimensional world. We can tell the rate at which things fall because we can time it over the distance. What happens then with globe proponents is they start invoking reasons as to why there is an up-down and why things fall downwards. This is their sophistry, their argumentation, which again does not provide demonstration of curvature, measurement of curvature. But yet, the globe proponents and many flat earth proponents or whatever proponents still rattle on about these nonsense aspects. You have to ask yourself, why are they continually discussing these things without cutting it off? The way in which objects fall has got fuck all to do with measuring the dimensions of the earth beneath our feet. Nothing in the sky gives us measurement or demonstration of the earth beneath our feet. There is an objective world out there. You're experiencing it right now. The globe cult tries to invoke new physics. So we have physics that you and I and every other person deal with every single day. That's known and understood. We apply Euclidean plane principles in all of our life. But yet, out with our world, it's a new physics. Something that is not demonstrable, that cannot be quantified, practically demonstrated in any way, shape or form. There's a real issue there. The only reason there is an issue in the first place is because you have a visual production company known as NASA or space agencies who give you visible representations and tell you that's where you are. So that spawned a new branch of metaphysics. Nonsense. Nonsense that contradicts the physics that we know and understand and apply in everyday reality. We look at their behaviours. People like me were born into that cult. I had the wherewithal, the intellectual honesty to question my assumptions, realise that they were faulty, and let them go and moved on. Since I decided I was leaving the globe cult, I have been pursued constantly by zealots, little fuckwit disciples spewing utter garbage, invoking pseudoscience and character assassination. I sit here, I mind my own fucking business. I speak to people directly and interact with people directly in my everyday reality in regards to these topics. I don't go about passing judgment on people, telling people how they should and shouldn't be, judging on their look. But yet we've got a swathe of these characters surrounding us, but people have not got a spine to stand up and out them. Remove your attention from them, they will fucking go away. If they continually come, point at them and laugh at them. Tell them you see what they're up to and that they are pathetic. The globe has nothing. It has an image on a TV screen, appeals to authority, appeals to consensus and sophistry that once you delve into it, it's not that sophisticated. It's actually barefaced nonsense. So to call it sophistry now at this point is to prop it up there as being something special. It's an absolute pathetic joke. And they fucking know it. Why am I so pissed off? Because our fundamental aspect of our existence has been robbed and replaced by utter bullshit. It's hugely important to somebody like me because I am not going to take part in anybody's cult, that being their ideas and concepts of life and who we are, until I know where the fuck I am. Without that, I'm not getting myself involved in any of it. How you doing, people? I'll be there in a minute. Yes, the other aspects of why I'm so fucking pissed off, as I say, is because I've been putting up with the same rhetorical crap from globe cult zealots for 4 years now. I have no patience for them anymore. I have a short fuse for stupidity, pseudoscience, and all the other crap that these zealot clowns bring at us. Time is ticking on. I want to know where the fuck this place is, what it is. Because it certainly ain't what you think it is, or what people are telling you. There's no conspiracy, there's no lies being told, no. Governments, people, human beings, people in your direct reality, they don't manipulate, they don't tell lies ever to serve themselves. That doesn't happen, does it? I think that's another huge problem here. People are just terrified to look inwards and look at what's actually going on around about them. They would rather cocoon themselves in some wee safety bubble and delude themselves into thinking it's something that it's not. Irresponsible. Understandable irresponsibility. Your foundations have been robbed of. You've been fed crap. You were born into a cult. And I don't just mean a cult that told you where you were. A cult that tells you who you are, how you should behave, what's expected of you, what it means to be a human being. And you have taken these things as the be-all and end-all. Because how would you ever doubt it? Everybody else seems to be doing it. My mum and dad are telling me. Everybody around me is telling me, oh, this must be the way it is. This is life. It's not. It's an idea. You don't have a fucking clue who you are, where you are, why you're here. But I'm the crazy one for accepting that. And everybody else out there is normal. because they're running about chasing ideas and concepts. So, I'm going to open up another hangout. If you get something to say, come and say it. I'll give out the number in a wee second as well. I don't really pay much attention anymore to this online shite. I've got too many other things to be dealing with in actual reality. But every time I come back to it and have a wee look, it's the same garbage. People talking about red herrings. Nonsense. And if they're not talking about that and arguing about red herrings and meaningless crap, they're bitching about people. Just another symptom of this fucking cult nonsense. Oh dear, you don't talk about anything else, you would talk about flat earth and stuff like that. No, what I talk about is direct realism. I talk about empowering the individual, because right at the root of this whole shebang is lack of responsibility at an intellectual level from each and every one of these. That's the root of all this. So, you want to talk about 9/11, you want to talk about the free man movement, you want to talk about the currency, you want to talk about politics, whatever. If you want to talk about any of that, you come in here with your experience of these things. Then you explain to me the relevance of any of that to an individual without the proper foundations, the building blocks being put in place first. That being how their mind actually works, how they decipher information, how they separate things into two categories of objective and subjective. You come in and explain to me how any of that's ever going to be understood without a base for each individual to start from. That is the most important thing. That is the one thing that all your supposed truthers avoid like the fucking plague. They're quite happy to have you pointing your finger at some mystical nonsense and powers in high places and all this stuff, just to keep you as a victim, to keep you irresponsible, so that you never adapt and evolve properly. So any of these fuckwits out there that think or bitch and bump their gums, come in and fucking tell me to my face, you piece of shit. You've not got a fucking spine. And don't give me, oh, the big angry man, he said I'm scared, I'm intimidated. You're intimidated because you know I've got the articulation to rip your illogical nonsense to fucking shreds right in front of you. It's because you're a deceiver, a lying, manipulative little snake. That's why none of yous will come in. Because if you had real paths of logic and reasoning, you'd have nothing to fear. Absolutely nothing. But you don't. You run away, speaking to the weak, trying to keep the weak weaker than you, so that you can feel powerful and almighty. Shambles. Again, I'm getting a wee bit pissed off with people just wanting their face on the telly and distracting me nonsense. You better have something to say. Okay? Every cunt's got an opinion. You should do this, you should do that, or don't do this, don't do that. Fuck off. Again, part of the problems. It's like a fucking swarm of fucking insects, all poking their nose into everybody else, everybody trying to control each other. What a joke. You wonder why you end up with a hierarchy and governments dictating and ruling over you. Because that's all you fucking deserve. What was that again? Obama. Normal men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. Couldn't fucking agree more. Jim Eldred, you would have plenty to say to my face. Where are you, Jim? Where are you or any of the rest of them? I'm yet to witness this. That's a link posted in the chat if you've got something to say. So the other aspects again, this continual back and forth with observed phenomena. It's not an exacting science. We have to have tangible substance and actual measurement, quantifiable stuff. So again, I'm going to propose this, and I'm going to make a video dedicated just to this.
I'm not afraid of you, Dale.
When I focus on Simon Dan, probably tomorrow. You can just hold on a wee second. I'm proposing an actual scientific experiment that I think everybody should be on board with. If they want it put to bed once and for all, never mind observed phenomena. Let's construct something quantifiable, tangible, over a body of water, still water, a reservoir. Doesn't need to be a mile, could be half a mile. There'll still be a drop from one point to the other. So we build the first portion, perfectly plumb and level. Each section that gets put onto that is square to the very first part. We continue that over a space of half a mile, if you like. There should be an increase in the gap between the bottom of the structure and the water beneath it. Not that I need it, but I still get morons who don't understand substance and how it's impossible for a liquid to be bending. Some idiots out there require it, so fuck it. If that's what it takes for the stupid to snap out of their wee delusion, I'm up for it. Ask the rest of the gimps to get on board with it. See what happens. Because they don't want resolve. They want to perpetuate this crap. Nero, how you doing?
Hi, mate. I just wanted to, before it gets derailed or whatever, I just want to say, in all due respect to you and what you're saying about standing on your own 2 feet and people governing themselves, there are people on Earth right now who are doing that, who are independent, who can think and want to move forward and have progress in this life we've got now. And any government that's holding us back from that, what does that tell you about Earth? You know, why can't people stand on their own 2 feet and live the life they want to live? You know, you just got to wonder what's going on in this place.
Yeah. No.
Australia, America, Japan, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, are you free? Can you think for yourself? Do you make your own decisions?
So people need to ask Meryl, you know. So questions they need to ask themselves. Soliders and PMARs. PMARs, I don't know why you keep coming here, son.
I'm not afraid of you, Dale.
I don't want you to be scared of me.
I think a lot of
Where do
people
you get
get
the impression
confused.
I want you to be scared of me? Where do you get that?
Well, a lot of people, your character on YouTube, it's that of a bully,
No, it's
and they
not.
think it's probably how you
Shut
are in
up.
real
You're
life or something.
bullying is you showing up here every fucking week, porn bombing and being a fucking nuisance, you wee prick. That's bullying. Now fuck off, you wee fucking shit
Yeah.
stain.
Where's your
Get to fuck.
objective evidence that I
Get to
porn
fuck,
bomb?
you wee knob. Fucking bullying. Fucking bullying through a screen. What an utter fucking lunatic thing to be saying. No patience for fucking idiocy. Is no fucking bullying.
Hey, Daryl, did you ever read a
creepy wee
book on
cunt.
propaganda?
It's back again.
You should read,
You're no
you should
wanted.
read about.
Listen
you
to
should read
this.
a book about
Listen to this.
propaganda.
I do not want you near me. I am concerned about your stalking behaviour, son. You are a creepy, annoying little pest. You've been told numerous times nobody wants you here. If you want to come and have adult discussion, that's fine. That's what this is meant to be about. Other than that, fuck off. But you're going to keep coming back because you're just an annoying weak. I hope somebody finds you, P. Mars, and smashes your cunt in, son.
I like to read.
I hope somebody smashes your cunt in.
We can talk about.
Hello, boys.
You fuck off and all, you fucking inbreed. Get to fuck.
Hey, Dale,
Stay
can you hear me?
focused.
There's
Right.
more fuel for them. I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't put up with these fucking cock stains in my real life. I'm not putting up with it here.
Hey, Del, my name's P. Mars. I read books.
If you get something to say, fanny balls.
I have a channel on.
If you get something
on
to say,
YouTube.
fanny balls.
It's all about propaganda and how
Shut
we've
up.
been
You are
indoctrinated
propaganda, you wee
and
fanny.
brainwashed.
You are
I got
propaganda, son.
I read a lot of. No, I read books on propaganda, and I have a lot of useful information.
This is the thing.
interesting
YouTube
facts.
just allows these fucking cockends. They go on about bullying and all that stuff. Yet here he is interrupting this shit.
You know what's
Get
great?
me
You know what's
annoyed.
great about my channel, Del, is I get from the horse's mouth.
I'm just going to calm down now and rip the piss out you, son.
I get facts from the horse's mouth. So
What is
you
it that's the matter with you, son? Did you get your balls chopped off? Were you born into a Catholic institution? Did they chop your balls off? Is that what's wrong
I
with
love
you?
your.
Is that
I
why
love
you're
your
so bitter?
banter,
Is
Del.
that why you're such a pest? You're
I
so,
love your
you're
banter,
so
Del.
effeminate.
I
You're so
hope you don't mind,
effeminate,
but
son.
I steal a little bit of your insults. I use them. I think they're great, fantastic.
Somebody find that wee fanny and smash his cunt right in. Somebody find him and punch the fucking life right out of him.
Dale, can you hear me?
I can hear you. If somebody gets something to fucking say, and am I going to get the same shite again this week? Fucking stimulate me, you fuck off. Hurry up.
Well, well, you were talking about born in,
Say something for fuck's sake.
We're
I'm fucking annoyed to fuck. You better say something good.
Well, I'm just saying we're all brainwashed into this culture.
Oh, we're all
and
fucking
now
brainwashed and it's a big bad Illuminati. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Anything you to offer.
Well, other than, stating the objective reality we're using and looking at and using, what you're saying and applying it and holding people accountable to all that shit.
Holding people accountable
so
for
I
what?
think it's great.
Who forced you to believe anything?
I'm giving you props.
Who forced you to believe anything, soliders? Nay, cunt. Who are you holding accountable for that?
Holding myself accountable for all this.
Right. That's it then, isn't it? Nobody to blame.
Well, that's what I'm getting at,
Bitch and whine about. It's your fault.
It's breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Whatever.
Well, no, I just came in here because I wanted to tell you you're doing a great job.
Smash and
and
lick my ass. Stick your tongue right up there. See if you can find any lost treasure.
I couldn't hear it. It was breaking up.
Stick your tongue further up my ass. I'm sure there's a diamond hiding in there somewhere.
Come on, man. Solid just like it's your life. It's like sands through the hourglass. You know, these are the days of your lives. What's happening, mate?
It'd be great just to have somebody come on and fucking share their experience and if it's something real to talk about. You know what I mean? If it's not these fucking cult bollocks, it's people who want to stick their tongue right up my hole.
Can you see me, Del?
I can hear
I'm
you,
in.
and see you. How you doing?
Hey,
First live stream. Oh my god, shit me pants.
now you're doing all right.
Don't worry about it, I'm not going to bully you or anything, you know.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll just try and input what I can on. Yeah.
Aye, so a buzz on it, get your face on the big bad telly and all that, with the big bad internet, man. Hey, look, mum, I done it, I'm brave, hey!
No, but I'm sick of people like just coming in and just taking over your stream and they don't even make any sense. They're talking absolute fucking nonsense.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah. We try it for all angles, mate, you know, it's always the same shite. All angles, they think I don't see them, you know?
Yeah. I know, mate.
So what's your story, bud?
Well,
Where are you from?
Barrow Furnace, Cumbria.
Nice one.
I like, check the t-shirt. I've met David Jeremy. I've got hydrogen on my car. Brilliant. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how I managed to come through on this live stream. It's brilliant. Oh my god. I'm on the internet.
You're on the internet. Well, hey.
I know. Mental.
15 minutes of fame, my man. Lap it up.
Yeah.
Lap it up.
Well, just, yeah. Right, well, I'll just...
What
I've
shape's
got
the
nothing
earth?
input.
What shape's the
Sorry.
earth?
What shape? Flat.
It's flat.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Water.
What else?
Fluid, my man.
Aye.
It took me 2 weeks of research. Brian Mullins, fucking can't land on a spinning ball, taking off east to west when you land on and off south runway. It's yeah. It took 2 weeks to solve research. At first it was like flat. Fucking flat, what are you talking about? Looked into it, I was like, fucking hell, yeah, it's flat 2 weeks. Yeah, changed my life, mate.
Right, changed your life. How did it change your life?
Well, it's a full-on reset. I've got to relearn everything because none of it's really what I've been told.
Mm-hmm. What do you
None
mean?
of it's the truth.
What do you mean about
Well, come on, man. You're still teaching now that the Earth's round in schools.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Still there? Fuck you too, blame me. Great start. Wonderful start to this evening.
Excellent, excellent.
Who's this? What the fuck is wrong with you as well, son? Huh? Stop typing Russian vids, you fucking gimpy wee prick. Say something. Stop typing Russian vids. Same shite every fucking week. Half this cult. They don't have anything else. This is it. So what the problem is though? The problem is I think a lot of this has been unravelled, right? And they've got people in fucking place that they want to prop up, right? Carry on the same type of culture and mindset as we move and transition. When you've got rogues like me that don't give a fuck about their wee pishy hierarchies and on their wee books and their wee cliquey cults and groups and all that shit, they've got an issue with it. Oh, look at this fucking arsehole taking people's attentions on Tinterwebs. That's our tool. We can't have this. Fuck you. Tough titty. It's a pity you're no fucking smart enough, innit? You're not real enough. Same old boring content off cunts. Oh, look at me, I'm a presenter. Yes, yes, let's all fake as fuck. Let's project faces at each other and act like, yes, I'm something. Gimps. Boring. You hang out. Missed call. Right, hang on a minute. I get this number. So I keep forgetting about this phone every week. Zero 074254 07853. If you would like to call in.
Hey, Dale, I just want to say, man, there's a lot of people out here that are supporting you and that are with you. And I laugh at a lot of the crap that you're saying. I used to have a channel a long time ago.
Soliders. Can you stop a minute with the emotional appeal stuff here? People are out here supporting me and blah blah, backing me, whatever. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Because people agree with you, and with the truth, people resonate with the truth. And the amount of lies that have been taught to everybody for growing up this whole time, once you start seeing people talking the truth, people gravitate to the bloody truth.
That's right, the truth. No me. The truth. No me.
Exactly, but you're representing the truth.
Nobody's here supporting me or being my friend or any of that shite. When I switch this off, real life's still here. I don't see any of you lot, any of the people on here running to be my friend. So what are you talking about?
Dude, I live in Dallas, Texas, man. I live in Dallas, Texas. You think I can just trot over there and hang out with you on the weekends?
No.
I mean, crap, dude.
I'm not asking for that.
I'm just telling you, there's some good stuff that you're saying.
Soliders. Listen.
Hey, and whoever that jackass is that's screaming, whoever that jackass is, they need to be jerked out, slapped in the neck.
See if we ever get out of this fucking shite pile, right? See if we can ever get out of this. I would love to come and meet people and have an easy time and be removed from all the cultural bullshit and the fucking social games that people play with each other. I would fucking love that, mate. But see, right now, that's just not where we are. So, as I said at the very beginning of this journey, I'm not in this to be anybody's friend or anybody's enemy. I'm here to speak the fucking truth, and that's what I'm going to continually do. So if people don't like my abrasiveness or my attitude or whatever, that's just tough, because I'm not interested in pleasing people, right?
That's the exact same way I used to have on my own channel. I was abrasive as hell, cussed everybody up and down, told them all, whoever that shithead is, needs to be fucking
It'll be Russian
slapped.
Vids or P Mars or one of these wee gimps. That's
Well,
who it is.
Whatever.
No, I don't do that stuff, Del. No, I don't do that stuff,
I'm
Del.
telling
Listen,
you, man.
Soliders, shut up till I speak to this fucking reprobate. I don't do any of this stuff, man. I don't do it. Russian Vids, you went away and made nonsense videos about utter crap, you lying little sack of shit. You are no welcome here. Why are you here?
Because I want to explain to you, Del. You gotta stop.
I don't want to hear your explanations. Fuck
You're
off.
the fucking bully, you stupid fucking cunt.
Hey, Meryl, UN ties. That's very nice, Meryl. You're connected.
You're a stupid fucking cunt.
Nobody
Fuck
is
off.
interested in anything you've got to say.
You're connected to the UN, huh? Why don't you mention that before, you gimp?
Nobody is
You're
interested.
the fucking gimp.
Meryl,
Why didn't
not
you mention
Meryl?
that before?
Meryl.
Why did you wait?
Meryl,
Why
why
did
don't
you
you just let
wait
me deal
all
with
this
these
time?
fucking cards here? Let me just deal with them myself, please. Russian vids, you're no wanted. I'm no interested in anything you've got to say. You're a propagandist, a wee sweetie wife. Now away and make up nonsense about somebody, son. Go on.
I'm holding you accountable for you bullying people like Mary.
Bullying people. Oh, sorry, hold on a now. If you're feeling bullied, you can just press the button.
I'm the porn bomber.
P Marbles, how you doing, pal?
I'm excellent.
Good,
Pal.
good.
Pal. Look, everybody, there's that specky wee wank there. If you know him getting fucking shafted, he's a wee prick.
I'm the porn bomber, Dill. It was me. No, don't.
You're
I don't.
free.
I feel
You're free.
bad.
Any proof of
Blaming
your
other
globe?
people.
P-Mars, you get any proof of your globe, son? No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do, lad.
What is it?
I have the
Where's your proof? Where's your proof?
Ah.
I think you're secretly a fucking
got-
jobby jabber, P-Mars, and you play women's porn, but really you watch big black cocks shafting wee white bums, and that's what you thrive on, you creepy wee cunt, you. You want some fucking man milk shoved right up your hook. You want to gargle on it. You're desperate for some man muck shoved down your throat so you can drown in it and be in ecstasy land. You fucking creepy wee cunt, you. So away you go and try and find a lover, son.
Navigation.
There's
navigation
many men out
proves
there that
it's
would
a
love to
sphere,
shag
Dill.
your wee fucking baggy ass. On you go.
People-
Maybe Russian vids would come out and bugger you.
Well,
can-
they'll definitely
30
understand a P.
Now, shut up, you. You can whisper 33 in his ear. Oh, 33 P-Mars. Oh,
Hold on,
I'm
Dale,
coming,
hold on.
P-Mars. Oh,
on,
33,
Dale.
66. Oh, see it. Oh, no.
Hold on, Dale. Hold
Hold
on.
on, nothing. I have no time for you. I have no respect
Dale,
for
hold
you.
on.
I am going to treat you like a fucking reprobate, because that's what you are. They talk about bullies, you tell them to fuck off, you don't want to listen to them, rip the piss at them, and they still come. He thinks the meds need to be increased. It's not been a very good start. Not very much intellectual discussions happening because of these distracting wee fucking cockroaches, you know? Oh no, we need a new hangout. Oh, I'm being bullied. Can somebody report this? I am being bullied. These bullies just won't leave me alone. They have me in all their videos and they come here constantly harassing me. I'm so bullied and intimidated. Should I cry? Maybe if I put that character on, I'd get all the sympathy from the weak fucking imbeciles out there. Oh, what the fuck? So for anybody wondering why I'm so fucking annoyed, you really should have a clear picture of why I'm fucking annoyed and pissed off. To be honest with you, this circus is just fucking grating on me now. I think I might just stop this shite and just go fucking all out, focusing every single day on each one of these cocks. I know, beyond belief. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Oh shit! I'm gonna come. Wow.
How
You're really good at sex.
how do you come? How are you coming? You get any buzz?
Oh shit, I'm coming. Oh my god, that felt so good. You're amazing. Oh. 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 Mmm. It's so hot. Oh. Mmm. Oh, right there. Right there. That's the spot. Oh, fuck. It's so good. Mm.
That's Russian Vidgies. That's Russian Vidgies, wee buddy.
That's not me, Dal. Don't accuse me of things I've not done.
That's your mate, you fanny. That's your mate, you wee fanny. Again, you better get to fuck faceless fanny. Right? Fuck off.
I don't appreciate what. Hey,
I don't
listen here,
appreciate
pal.
you, you
I
wee
don't appreciate-
cockstain. They get to fuck. I would spit in you,
Hey,
you wee fanny, if I
easy.
were fucking met
Yeah,
me.
you can have a stroke, pal. You can have
I'm not going to have any stroke.
It's me. It's not Russian vids. I did it, though. I did it.
Thanks for admitting that, pal. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I've
Thanks,
got
Big
a
Mars.
On my Discord,
Yeah.
all the porn bombers are in my Discord, and we troll the flat earthers because we are ball earthers, and we get paid by NASA. So it's me. Dildo with barbed wire wrap.
Somebody let me know. Can one of the mods, can you let me know if you can hear me just now? If it's just me you can hear. Fly Earth Underground, West Coast Wisdom, is it just me you can hear? They are muted. Right, that's fine. I'll just keep recording them and see how long they sit there for. Baggy Hoops joined now as well. They're all sitting in there. It's an orgy of cum guzzlers. The cum guzzlers are all sitting together. Exactly, it is just plain harassment, but I don't go and whine and moan about it and start saying they're bullies and acting all victim-like. You know? Oh, they've took the wee hint. Look, that's it now. Because they know I just turned them down and kept continuing, they've taken a wee tantrum and sniped it. For anybody watching, this is what you get when you want to leave the cult known as heliocentrism. This idiotic cartoon globe nonsense. That's the kind of characters that produced, you know? And when you don't want to be part of it, this is their behaviour. I'm not going and harassing them in their hangouts. You'll never find me doing that because I've got respect for myself. I think they just come to get insulted so that they've got patter, so that they can sound as if, you know, they've got a bit of life experience with their patter when they use it on their pals, right? Probably feeding them, because that's what they need. No, Celtic 67, I'm saving every aspect of these cunts from the beginning on my hard drive. That's for me. That's for my keeping, for when I need it. See, this is it, you know, they don't want you leaving the cult, and they're intimidated by people like me. They don't want people like us having just discussions with each other, you know, about interesting aspects of our existence. They don't want that, and they're intimidated. So they can't come at you and speak to you on a level, because they're not on a level. They're spinning and wobbling. It's quite good. I can get my week's frustrations out on this when they come on. It's fucking wonderful. I'm feeling much better already. Much lighter. It's great. You hang out there for you people. So as I say, aspects of the globe. If we go and we look at the globe, you know, we'll look at like Timmy Osman and people like that, you know, they know fine well the tangible, real world, objective sciences are telling us beyond any shadow of a doubt that we exist on a level Earth, right? They know that, but they just desperately go about with their sophistry, rubbish sophistry, and look at my image, look at my image. So again, I'm going to keep postulating this, and again, I'll make the video tomorrow, calling them all out for an actual measured, scientific measured device to see what happens when we build it over level water. You know, the rational, sane people of the world know what's going to happen. You know, the engineers and constructors of the world, they know exactly what's going to happen when we do that experiment. But these people will never get on board with that because they're going to have to eat themselves. You know, when people like us actually push for a measurement of the earth beneath our feet, they're not going to have a leg to stand on, and they're a wee bit worried and concerned about that. They don't like it. That's just tough, you know. So I can hear some faint voices going on in the background. I don't know who's there. They're just there anyway. I'll look and see if there's anybody decent. I don't know. Nah, just the same old crap. Still sitting there, fucking rushing vids in his wee troll groups, you know. Jim and, you know, whatever else. Timothy there thinks his voice is being heard, but it's just no. Mero and any of the other decent folks that are in there, I'll get with yous in a wee second once the fucking morons pipe down. Once they burn their energy out, you know. Well, Mero, just keep muting him, just annoy him. So, what I'll do is I'll give them an opportunity to talk about the proposed experiment that I'm proposing, and let's see what they've got to say about an actual measurement of the Earth, rather than just a photograph. Let's see what they've got to say. Let's hear. Let me hear. Hold on. Right.
You want to do it over the Salt Lake, Great Salt Lake? It'd be a really nice level water area.
Are we up for this measurement of the Earth or what, lads?
What is being proposed?
What I'm proposing is that we identify a reservoir, a standing body of water. We build one part of it plumb and level, then every piece that's added to it is square to the first component, and we build it over a stretch of 1/2 mile. And what we should see is an increase in the gap of the bottom of the device to the water that is beneath it, if the Earth is indeed curving away. I know it's no, but are you up for it?
No, actually, it's the burden of proof is on you to prove the flat Earth because the spherical Earth has already been proven.
Answer yes or no, and I'm just going to keep muting you and turn the volume right down. Are you up for an actual measurement of the Earth, or does that not interest you?
Isn't that happening at Poncho Train?
No, shut up, sad sacks. Does the scientific experiment interest you? Yes or no?
George Hanna measured the curve on the Rainy Lake too.
Oh, Timmy, Spaggy Hoops audience out there. What I'm proposing is an actual scientific measurement. What I'm proposing is an actual scientific measurement of the Earth beneath our feet, where we build a block perfectly plumb, perfectly level, at the beginning of a reservoir, a body of water that I know is level from one point to the other. Then we build each point, you know, like if you get like blocks that are perfectly square, right, and we connect them all the way out so they're perfectly horizontal, perfectly square to each other, right? What should happen is the gap should increase as we go straight out. So I wonder if Timmy's muted it on his wee shitey platform because he knows he's terrified of real scientific measurement. So is wee P. Mars dick breath. Where's conspiracy cunts and Simon Dan and all that? What about it, lads? Are we having an actual measurement of the Earth, lads? Or are you just going to keep running in circles with your crap? But they already know engineering principles and what I'm talking about. They already know that that happens in everyday actual reality anyway, where the Earth is not curving away beneath our feet, especially over water. Topography, there may be hills and slopes, but everything's built plumb and level and square. So when we build over water, it's even easier. There's nothing to excavate. We know the water's level from one point to the other. But fuck it, I want to troll them anyway. I'm going to continually push for this experiment. It's the only way to put it to bed, lads. The rest of it is all just words and anecdotal bullshit. We need actual measurement of the Earth. And that experiment's the very one to do the job. So I put it to you, I'm going to put it to every university that I can get it into, and I'm going to keep harassing people to get on board with the experiment. It's not going to need a lot of resources or money, and it would end this whole shebang. Fuck Discord. I'm not wasting my time on them, Stephen Watson. They keep coming at me. They keep coming here. I'm not asking them to. Oh, this and all, this cult of personality, Brian Mullins, and I've seen this other guy now, something Benjamin, everybody's all up in a tizzy. Oh, look, somebody that plays the piano and they've got a quadrillion subscribers. Ooh, ah. Who gives a fuck? Oh, one man, our saviour. Yes, he's an intellect, he knows better, he's going to save it. Fuck off. Weak-minded pish. Oh, this guy and that guy, he's amazing, he's brilliant. Oh, let's listen to him and he's got the truth. He's cuckoo. Exactly, Trackmatic. They ain't escaping it, and I'm going to fucking hod them to it. I'm going to enjoy every minute of them squealing and squirming. Love it. It wouldn't dip into the water, go Vegans Earth. The gap would increase the further out you build it. It's not going to dip into the water. We're not following curves or any of that. We're building plumb, horizontal, and then each piece is square to that first piece. And you build it out. Never mind what's underneath. Focus on the first part that we build. That's the part. That's everything's got to be square to that. All the way out. The gap will get bigger if you're on curving water. Curving water that you've never witnessed. Slopes without the water flowing. Oh, can't wait. Well, when I put the actual upload out there, we'll gather. I'm going to leave the comments open for it and then, invite as many people as who want to get involved in it. Globe earthers, concavers, whoever you are out there. Let's see. This is an actual measurement, tangible, quantifiable measurement of the actual substance. Now, of course, I'm not going to do it, Martin Allen. They're already performing mental gymnastics and avoidance. Wee Timmy's running away with his fucking wee tail between his legs, flapping. But my photograph shows it. My optical phenomena shows that's no quantified in any way, shape or form. There's no measurement. Shiting, I can hear all the wee arses tweeting, all puckering. It's like a fucking orchestra. Oh. But the most creative thing that's ever came from them. The squeaky noises out of their puckering arseholes. Aye, and we'll be using Euclidean plane principles when we build the construction. I wonder why. Wonder why that could be. You hang out for anybody that's interested, if you can put up with the shenanigans. I'll try my best not to shout at you. So what I'll be doing tomorrow is I'll be making a smaller version. I'm going to draw it, you know, on paper, and I'll give a wee example using small blocks and show the principles and how the experiment will actually work and how it must show the curving of the water underneath, if that's the reality. Hello? Hello? Who's that? Who's this? Have we got any sense coming from anybody yet?
Yeah, your experiment about it's like Brian Mullen proposed like 3 years ago, called Force the Line, building construction over a mile. He said
over a mile with what?
With some metal angles which fitted together to make a perfectly flat level plane across. It didn't actually say water; it was going to do it over land.
Nah, it's no use over land because there's too many problems and issues there. We'll do it over water. I propose that the water is not curving, it's impossible. I know it's not curving, but to satisfy the morons out there, people like yourself probably, Skyfly Bry.
No, but an easier way down would be to use hose pipe, put water in it.
What, a water levelling device?
Mild section.
A water levelling device, you mean?
No, just hose pipe, pump water into it, and then poke the two ends up on sticks and measure the distance above sea level.
What? What are you talking about, son?
Well, you're using metal. That's going to cost hundreds of thousands.
Who said metal? Who said metal?
Well, obviously, you could use wood, but what you're proposing is ridiculous because it costs a lot of money.
Brian, shut up, you fanny. How's it ridiculous?
Like it, it's true.
How's it ridiculous? You put support columns on like a fucking bridge, you utter reprobate.
So funny.
You're so funny. You're a fucking delirious cunt. I won't crash your thing again. Hopefully you fucking be pan-breed this time, you moron. I seen you in Jamie Brown's chat, Skyfly Bry. You're another wee sweetie mouth. Say what you've got to say to me now, you wee fanny.
I just said it down and then you got upset.
Because it's a lot of fucking shite. You're now trying to suggest that an actual measurement of the earth is rubbish.
So,
if you're doing it across like a lake,
experiment again.
If you're doing it on a lake, it's going to be flat because it's water. Water is flat.
Exactly.
Flat. Yeah, but over the sea, it won't be flat.
We're not talking about the sea. There's too much disturbance on the seawater. Over a reservoir, it's not that much disturbance.
You'll prove that the lake you're measuring is flat, which we already know because it's water in it.
Right, so why do you still say it's a fucking globe earth, you spastic?
Because I know it's a globe earth. And
if it's a globe earth, the lake must be curving, you fucking moron.
If you can listen for a second, the best experiment
No, you fucking listen, dick breath. If it's a fucking globe earth, it means it's curving everywhere. So a mile stretch over water should be curved.
What is the experiment, Dal, again?
Am I here?
Yes.
We're building a reservoir, right? I think I heard that bit.
Don, I'm not interested in anything you go to say. You're just an annoyance.
Well,
I've explained it many times. It's not that difficult.
Bill,
to
why are
grasp,
you
son.
angry at everybody?
What?
Why are you angry at everybody?
Who's asking me that?
we
That
all
would-
are. We
That
all
would
are.
be Earth has curve.
Because all I get is fucking knob breaths in here annoying me.
Calm down, Dell. You're
Shut
gonna
up,
get a stroke.
Fanny Boys.
You're gonna
Shut
get a
up,
stroke.
you
pal.
fucking
Calm
piece of
down.
shit. Shut up, Cockstein.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
Who? Who?
Who?
Yes, who?
Earth has curve.
State your name.
Earth has curve.
Where?
I'd like to discuss things with you in an honest.
Where's the curving, son? Where's the curvature?
How much coffee have you drank today?
Where's the curvature, fuckstain? Where is it?
Well, I tried to explain it to you several times.
Explain. I'm not into your religious babble, fucko. Where is the fucking measurable scientific proof of curvature?
If you would stop being your
Simple. Where is the scientific measurable proof of curvature?
I'm wondering if there's something wrong with your hash, Del.
Where is the scientific measurable proof
Dell's
of
not
curvature?
smoking hash, because otherwise he'd be calmer.
Well, that's what I'm
If you
saying.
don't
Something's
like
wrong
it,
with
go away.
Someone's mixed some
Go away.
barbiturates in there.
Where is the
Barbiturates,
scientific measurable proof of your curving earth?
Mescaline.
Where
Like,
is the
there's some
scientific
fucking
measurable
thing
proof
going
of
on.
your...
Hey guys,
Some-
let's go ask the UN. Like Meryl said, let's go ask the UN.
Where is the scientific measurable proof of your curvature? These have all now been turned down. Nobody can hear any waffle. Could somebody that is sane from the globe cult, if there is such a thing, come and actually articulate where their measurable scientific proof of curvature of the earth exists? Where is the practical demonstrations of liquids curving? Aye, Richard, you can sit there looking all confused all you like, son. Nobody's listening to you, right? As if that's going to prove anything, you wee wank. Now, fucking, I'm going to turn you up. You better fucking answer in 5 seconds flat. Where the fuck is your measurable scientific proof of this globe earth? Right? I'm going to turn you up and you better have a fucking decent answer, son. No waffle. Go.
I don't know who he's talking to. You're
Space
talking to me?
photos. I'm going for space photos.
Space photos, okay, right, more on that.
No, space photos.
Right, see you later, Don. You're done now. Right, Richard, what have you got, son? Richard.
Is that me?
Is your name Richard?
Well, I thought my name was Earth has curve. It depends on what I signed in on.
Where is the scientific measurable proof of the earth curving?
I know you don't like
Where
this,
the
but
fuck is the scientific measurable proof of the earth curving, cunty flaps?
if you keep interrupting,
Where
there's no
is the
way.
scientific measurable proof of the earth
If
curving?
you
No,
keep
let him answer,
interrupting,
Dale.
there's no way for anybody to ever speak what they're thinking.
I'm going to keep turning you down because I'm not interested in your fucking babble, okay? Don't want to hear your babble. You've either nobody's seen you, so you can act like a clown all you want, you wee prick. Okay? You're not getting airtime on here, you fucking clown. Speak like a fucking man. Answer me. You can mute me in there all you fucking like.
I can't speak what it is. I can't present it, can I?
Well, go ahead. We're all ears.
Well,
You
listening.
won't present it.
Everybody
Really?
shut
Why-
up.
why
Everybody
do you-
shut up. Richard's got 10 seconds to give his scientific measurable proof of this globe. Go, Richard. Eight, 7, 6,
Talk, Richard, if that's your name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing. You've got nothing.
Is pressure the way that you have, you actually feel that like pressure is the right way to do things, and you feel
Don't try and fucking stand over the top of me, dick breath. Give me your fucking science, cunt.
Do you see?
Where's your science? Where's your science?
No Mercy's just come on with a picture of you as his
Skyfly
profile.
Bry, I'm not interested in you, Cockstain. You beat it. Bye. Richard, if you got anything, you don't need to premise it with all your psychobabble. Just give me it. You're nervous. I know you're nervous. I mean, you don't know how to deal with this because I'm not going to bend to your crap. You're nervous, son. Just spit it out. Where have you got? Richard, have you got something?
Right.
Oh, P Mars saved yous and sniped to hang out. Well done, P Mars. It's very, very simple. I don't need psychobabble. I don't need premises of me and my character and my mannerisms. What I need is for you to come in and state your measurable scientific proof that the Earth is indeed a fucking nature-defying blue testicle. That's it. No need to premise it with anything. Let's try again, shall we? Oh, Jill, your debating mannerisms is not very... It's not a debate. I am not here to be won over by anybody's garbage. I have no patience for pseudoscientists, charlatans, snake oil salesmen, and they will be treated with contempt every time they try it. Get it into your thick skulls. None of that shite's going to work on me. And every time you're trying it, I'm going to stamp on you. So don't come in with your debating tactics and it's not conducive to good debate. Just provide your fucking measurable science. Or bolt. It's very simple. I'll give them 2 minutes if they remove the babble, right? If they can do that, they'll get 2 minutes.
Hey, Dal.
But I'm yet to see them being able to engage at any kind of level. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing, mate?
Not bad. I used to build some things. Have you thought about what material you're going to use to do this? Because it's not going to. I don't think it's going to be as easy to get that far out without putting a lot of money into it.
Well, it would obviously need to have supports. So identifying water that's not that deep.
Right.
Be,
like PVC pipe, you know, that you use for like septics and water. You thinking like a round pipe? I know it's round, but
no, it would be too hard to get it square to the next part. Plus, you would have sagging issues there as well.
Yep, true. So that's what I mean. Like I've thought about it. What you're gonna do? I think it's gonna be tougher than you think to build it.
Anything's better than fucking these clowns going round in circles with a look at my picture, look at my photograph.
Plus, there's like if you're doing anything around water, they're so environmental right now.
Stop muting me, Mo. You sneaky.
Hey, Dahlia, Spurs Chemo here. Just my opinion.
Stop muting.
Yeah, my opinion on the way you approach in flat Earth discussion. I think you're making it look bad.
Shut up, Spurs Chemo. I'm not the one that's fucking wasting people's times with fucking innate fucking crap. Going over and over.
Yeah, but you know what they're going to say.
Fuck off. I'm not here to fucking represent anybody, cunty. I'm here to represent myself. I'm not part of your community. Or
well,
your
you are. You are here to
away you go, fucko.
Yeah, but you're here to represent flat Earth.
I'm not here to represent anybody other than myself.
You're speaking for flat Earth.
I'm not speaking for anybody. You're asserting that. An illogical little
you're asking the question.
You're an illogical fuckstick.
500 people are watching.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm not here representing anybody other than me.
Yeah, but this is the point. There are people out there who do care. You're going to act like you don't care. But what's the point of you asking the question if you don't care?
I don't give a fuck what anybody's opinions
Why
are
are you
on
asking the
me.
question?
I don't
Why would
represent
you ask the
you
question?
or anybody else. So take your
Why are
illogical
you asking the
drivel
question
somewhere
about
else.
where we live
Away
in
and
the
join the
shape of
Hate
reality?
Del Brigade now, son. On you go.
No, I'm asking you a simple question.
Away and join the
Why are you
Hate Del
asking the
Brigade.
question about our reality if you don't care?
What do you mean?
What's the point of that? Why are you asking people about our reality for evidence if you don't care?
Who am I asking? They're coming here, fucko.
Yeah, you've got a platform where people can come on and provide proof if they think they live in a ball.
Has anybody got any proof? I've asked for it about 20 million times so far. Has
That's
anybody
what
got
he
any?
just said. That's his point. That's his point, Dale. You're asking for it. You're asking for the proof, and then you're saying
when you arrive and assert to me that it's a globe, I'm asking for it.
So do you care or not?
Do I care about what?
Do you care about having proof that it's a globe?
Have you got any?
Yeah.
Where?
Where? It's all over the internet.
Shut up, you. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Well, no, they haven't got any proof. This is the point. But the point is that you're not giving people the opportunity to show or that what they have or they haven't got.
Eskimo, how many years have I been doing this, son? I've gave people plenty of opportunity to fucking come and provide it, and I get the same characters. Are you now defending them? You fucking sack sniffer.
I'm not defending it. I'm defending
I'm not interested in you. Where you go, you fucking
defending flat Earth and the
fuck
conspiracy.
off,
Just
son.
do with the ball.
Bolt. Next.
Yeah, so everybody should be on here helping with this experiment. Like, let's start getting some material lists, and I just think you're gonna have a hard time the further you go out. It's just if you're gonna anchor it in the ground, then I think they're gonna say, "Oh, you just anchored it there," and I don't know.
Anchored what? Where? Everything will be. See, this is the thing. Never mind the topography underneath. The thing is the first part. All the other parts would be built square to the first part. That's the most. That's the most important bit.
What were you thinking for material?
Well, I'm still looking through materials and gathering information on what the best material would be.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking like PVC pipe, but yeah, you're gonna get it's gonna
head over to Walmart, Home Depot.
Listen, Russian Vids, nobody is. Why are you back here? What is the matter with you?
I don't know what this guy's talking about. Heading over, doing experiments. That water's level. That's all you need. What do you want? What experiments do you want to do? I
thought that wasn't enough, Russian Vids. I'm going to ask you again, son. You have made hit piece videos about me, slandered me, made crap up, cherry-picked nonsense and asserted all sorts of drivel. Now, I think you're an absolute piece of shit. I've got no respect for you. I'm not interested in anything you've got to say. You are not wanted, but you still keep coming back. Can you explain what is mentally wrong with you?
Del, you're a divider. I'm here to clear the air.
What is driving you here? What is your problem? I don't want to clear the air with you. I've got nothing to clear the air with you about.
Someone's getting murdered. Hold on. Someone's getting murdered.
I wish it was you.
Hey, Del, I just want you to relax a little bit.
You have zero credibility, bud. You don't even show your face. So shut up.
Obama shows his face.
Obama shows his face. I mean, the commercial is, I don't know why you guys are promoting a lie, and we don't have a single image of Earth. They're not picking up any space with also
Jesus, look, Debbie's
oxygen. Silver factors, you have to consider all the motions.
Richard, this is your globe cult, mate. This is your globe cult, Richard. This is their behaviour. Richard, you're part of a crazy cult here, son. You've not got any scientific proof for your globe, and this is the characters I've got to
You
copy.
were slagging off people using lasers to test the level of water. When you said water is the testable tool, you don't need any tools.
That's right. That is right, Brian. If you'd opened your fucking stupid ears, you would have heard me saying that at the beginning.
Can anyone hear what the fuck is going on?
No, it's just this is your globe cult, though, Richard. You would have heard me saying that at the beginning.
Can anyone hear what the fuck is going on?
No, it's just this is your globe cult, though, Richard. Richard. Richard, see when you hear me speaking, you need to turn the volume down on the YouTube page. There's a delay. That's why you're confused. Tell you what, it's a real study, this, by the way. These cunts are fucking insane. they've removed Richard at the same time because they know Richard's going to get his arse handed to him, and it's going to be seriously damaging yet again for their cult lunacy. This is it, you know, it intrigues people. They think they're disrupting, and their hopes is that people are not going to watch. And they think I give a fuck about any of that. Jim, I can't hear you. Can't hear you, Jim. Jim. I can't hear you though. Alright, okay. Technical issues. Cool. Sweet. Flat Earth something. The wrestling, Russian vids, whatever.
I can hear you.
How you doing?
Hey.
We getting a conversation?
I'm basically watching the back chat, so anytime a porn bomber comes in, I just slap him real quick. That's what I'm doing right now.
Nice one.
I figure that's the best I could put into this. There he is. I'm gonna kill him.
Alright.
I figure that's the best I could put into this. There he is.
Right. I'll just wait until somebody's got something to say then. So, it does not matter who I am, what my character is, my demeanour, how I treat these trolls, any of that stuff, none of that stuff changes anything about what's objectively true and what's not. Robert.
Hey, how you doing, Dale?
How's it going?
All right. Well, I couldn't get in here a little while ago because Russian Vids has me blocked. So it'll have the added benefit as long as I'm in here, he shouldn't be able to come back. So
unless
that'll work.
It'll come in my sock account. It'll come in my sock account.
Hey, I had an idea about your experiment. It's a really good idea, by the way, but they're misinterpreting, like they're thinking you're going to try to build a half-mile long diving board, which is absurd.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well, I had two ideas actually. I don't think if you build it in small segments, you'll have to worry about the leveling issue.
Yep.
Right. And also, since the ball curves equally in all directions, I don't think you necessarily have to go out into a body of water. You should be able to follow just off the shoreline, so you can keep it in a couple feet of water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because the ball curving equally in all directions, you shouldn't be obligated to go out into deep water.
It's quite difficult though, Robert. I looked at that when I go to the beach and stuff. The topography's uneven, you know, and there's different wave patterns at different parts of the beach and stuff. I had a look at that, but I can foresee too many issues there, to be honest with you. You know, something like a reservoir where the water's nice and stable. I think for me that would be the best option, you know.
Right. Yeah, I know there's plenty of places in the I can't hear you.
You're still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of places in the United States. There's not any place by me, but I know that there's I don't remember what country it's in. That one place that they're always taking all the great pictures of, where it's that huge salt flat.
Mm-hmm.
When it rains, it gets covered with water. I mean, I guess a reservoir would be good, but I would think it'd be too deep.
Again, you know, it's just, for me, it's just to niggle them. Again, you know, as I've stated so many times, I know how the water behaves. I don't need it. but I'm
Right.
going to push for it just to annoy them. You know?
Right. Yeah, I think it's a great idea though, because the logic, I mean, they can't, it'll get them off of visible and onto a tangible, and there's no way to defeat that.
No, that's it. It's exacting. It's not something that's going to be inconclusive. You know, plumb, level, square, each component square to the first component, and so on. And what you should see is the gap increase in the bottom level of the structure.
Right. Well, it's the way every bridge is built, but they'll deny it. You know?
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. But that's the thing, you know, it's premised that that's what it's to achieve. It's to achieve measurement of the Earth to see if that's what actually goes on, you know?
Right.
But we know it's no. So I say, I'm just trolling these clowns. I just want to make them squirm.
Right. Well, you obviously are. And I noticed the count in your chat today, you know, their tactic is obviously working right against them.
Yep.
You know, it's
That's
it's not helping them at all.
No, all they've got, so look at the angry man in the shed getting pissed off and shouting at people, big fucking deal. You know, what's that going to change? Nothing. And all this talk that I represent the flat earth. No, I don't represent anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you being there, but you don't represent me. You know, I'm here because I feel you know, kind of a common cause, but you know, I'm not represented by anybody. I wouldn't make that mistake again.
Exactly,
you know.
Exactly.
That's a setup. You know.
Exactly.
I think you have other people in here. I'm not trying to talk. I'm happy to hang out and.
Aye. We've got Jim and Flat Earth and Flatten Earth. Flat Earth something.
Flat Earth dude.
Flat Earth dude. How's it going, dude?
What's up, Dow?
I'm
How are
good,
you,
man. I'm good. I'm absolutely tickety boo.
That's sweet. Cool, man. I'm representing Poncho Pete, man. I got the link off of one of his hangouts. So anyway,
You're representing somebody else?
Well, no, I just called in from Poncho Pete's.
All right, is this an attempt to get more viewers? Is it? Everybody go and see Poncho Pete and his pals or whatever. That's
yeah. Come by and say hi, man.
Go in there. You'll not get shouted at and get angry and all that stuff. It's great. It's wonderful.
No, it's not like that anymore, Dow. Everybody's mellowed out.
Oh, that's it. It's all mellow. I should mellow then, shouldn't I? And be like everybody else.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to be passive. I'm going to be passive and roll over.
Well, not passive. I wouldn't say that. More like more controlled, you know.
More controlled? What do you mean more controlled?
More controlled.
I think
Just,
after 4 years, I've displayed an immense amount of control. I've made no bones about it. I have no patience for stupidity, incompetence, ignorance, any of that stuff, pseudoscience. I've no patience for any of it. Why should I be passive and go, oh yeah, cool man, hippie man, yeah, talk shit all day, man. I'm just going to roll over and let you shit all over me, man. Yeah, dude, fuck off.
Well, I get that. Yeah, we're not gonna put up with any shit over there, man. We got so much more information now. It's real easy, man.
Oh, what information
we knock
have
them
you got?
off, man.
Let me hear impart some wisdom on me. What amazing information have you got that I've not heard a million times before?
Nothing.
Exactly.
We just know how to. So.
Why are you trying to sound windswept and interesting? Like you've got some new secret that everybody needs to hear? Because you've got fuck all, son. You don't have a clue what's going on.
I probably don't.
No, you don't.
You are right.
Exactly. Get fucking real. Wind your neck in and stop trying to be windswept and interesting and get internet subscribers, not that.
No, I don't give a fuck about subscribers.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Right, all right, dude. Levi. SDG.
Hello, Gal. I just thought I'd pop in and give you a bit of moral.
Huh?
I just thought I'd pop in and give you a bit of moral.
Who am I speaking to?
Levi.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad.
Smashing.
I'm the one with the noddy older accent.
Aye.
Hey there, Mr. Dell.
Who's that?
Dell, stop being a jerk to good people.
You shut up. You
Okay?
know good
Man, you
people.
said my wife was ugly, dude. I'm gonna make a trip out to California and see you soon.
Who am I speaking
Yeah,
to?
that was me.
Show your face.
Go ahead, no
Back to
worries.
Earth,
I ain't afraid
addressing
of you, pal, old man.
Yeah, I'll see you, buddy.
Oh wait, I'm waiting for you, pal.
Shut up, bitchy ass. You hide your face. You're a shite bag.
Yeah, maybe take that conversation somewhere else.
He wants to talk shit about my wife. He's a fucking faceless gimp.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
here we
ugly,
go.
pal, just like your wife.
It's a new episode of EastEnders this
Hey,
evening.
Russian
We
vids,
still
if I
live
was
on a
subscribed-
flat plane, dipshit.
Yeah, if I was subscribed to you, I'd be unsubscribing right now. There, Russian vids. Like, leave the wives and families out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Russian Vids is a piece of shit. He's not got anything to offer anybody. If you're propping somebody like Russian Vids up and giving him a fucking ear to waffle his bullshit at you, you're a moron. You're a moron. Russian Vids only wants to keep you weak and in an unstable state of mind. He's a fucking predator.
Robert started, I finished
Russian
it.
Vids is a predator.
Hey,
Russian
if
Vids is
I
a
may-
sneaky predator that nobody should pay any attention.
If I may,
You guys started, I finished it.
You finished
at the
nothing, son.
request-
You came up against it and fell by the wayside, the same as the rest of them, because you're just no real. Sorry, don't panic. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd also come here at the request of Merle Beauregard. He's a
You
good
did?
dude, Aussie. I was in the Poncho Pete chan as well. Good guy there, Poncho Pete. But I wanted to ask you, in terms of the environment that you live in, are you for the pizza, Dell, or what do you think it is? Because I can't seem to figure it out.
You sound awful like Timmy Osmond.
I know.
No, I don't advocate any stupid cartoon models.
There, that's me. Cool.
Aye, that's better. No, I don't advocate for any models. The reality of the situation is this: we don't know what it is. Nobody knows what it is. It requires human beings to get up off their arse and go and explore it.
Sure, yeah.
Unless anybody's got any other avenue that they think's feasible.
Yeah, it's certainly not a globe. There are some things like lunar eclipses that don't make a whole lot of sense, just in general.
What do you mean?
But
what do you mean? They don't make sense based on what, and based on your assumptions to know what they are. They don't make sense based on your heliocentric. They don't make sense based on your heliocentric brainwashing crap.
No,
where you think they're 3D objects.
Dale, you're getting defensive. Like
I'm
didn't
not
say
getting
anything
defensive.
about a heliocentric model. I understand why you've got an open hangout, but I don't. It doesn't make sense to me because I just don't understand it. It's not because it's a globe or something.
No, I never said that. It doesn't make sense because you're trying to rationalise and theorise what they are based on heliocentric teachings.
No.
Well,
no, I actually
what's
think it's
confusing
like
about
a
it then?
realm I think it's a realm or a construct, like maybe even a fucking dream or something, you know.
So
I'm not sure
elaborate on what you're saying about it doesn't make sense or whatever. What are you talking about?
For the pancake, the pizza, like I'm
not interested in the
think it's a realm.
pancake.
Like,
I don't support the pancake.
Obviously, there's no curvature, so it can't be a ball. But I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, we are. We're all trying to find out what it is, but making
So
up
I mean,
stories.
you know, whatever's going on in the sky doesn't affect what's happening down here necessarily, right?
No, not necessarily. Just Disney. Nothing up there gives you measurement of down here.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, I'll yield the floor. Like I said, just was curious as to what your opinion was on the matter.
It's not a waste of time. There's loads of information in the sky.
Shut
It's
up.
also beautiful as well.
Shut up, moron. You don't know anything about what's a rainbow? Can you quantify a rainbow or the sun or the moon or the stars for me? Quantify them, please. Thanks. Go. No, nothing. That's what I thought. Shut up. Any other, nuggets of wisdom?
I'm standing on my front porch or my front steps, and I can see 70 miles.
Excellent.
So,
and
it's not wisdom, but I wonder if I can show you guys without my battery dying here.
Can you quantify that 70-mile visible thing? What does it mean?
It means I shouldn't be able to see 70 miles.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah, this is a rather dismal looking day, but and I can't see as far as I normally could, but that's you're looking at least 30 miles, 30, 40 miles.
I can just see a fence. I can only see a fence. So as usual, let's ask these people, quantify a rainbow. Quantify the sun, the moon, the luminaries. Can anybody do that?
Don't you think that's kind of the problem? Is we've tried to quantify things that we can't possibly quantify. That's why
exactly. So why are people? So that's my point. Why are people continually trying to assert things about something that's unquantifiable?
It's useful if you're trying to make a recipe for pancakes, right? A cup of this, a cup of that.
That's it.
Teaspoon of salt.
Exactly. How much preparation each you need once Stale Boys shafted you hard? Depending on how big your arsehole is. That's up to each individual to quantify their own sphincter. It's none of my business. But it can be done. Arseholes are tangible. Sun, moon, rainbows are no tangible.
Your guest keeps sniping me, Dal.
Oh, Don, have you got your quantifications of the luminaries yet? Don?
Who's sniping you? Because you
Don.
wouldn't be able to come back if you were being sniped.
So they don't know anything. This science bollocks, this scientism. They don't even know why we're conscious. They don't know what consciousness is. They have no fucking clue. They're all clutching at straws and proposing existential narratives and professing that they know. And they don't fucking know. Nobody knows any of the real fundamental aspects of our existence. It's just all pissing in the wind. People try to be windswept and interesting and sound like gurus, like they've got some new piece of information. They don't. They're trying to stagnate this whole fucking thing. Keep everybody disempowered and still. Right? Now we all know it's not going away. So you have to ask yourself, what's really going on here? What they're really up to? Anyway, anybody else want to join?
I saw Gav pop in for a second and then he dropped out. I'm not sure if he got sniped out of it or what happened.
Don't know, maybe find out from the chat box here.
He didn't turn his camera on. I just saw his icon for a second.
Should be able to tell if people are getting sniped. It'll say someone was removed from the hangout.
Gav was sniped. Is he there? Is he still in the chat? Keeps giving an error. You get sniped from this hangout, Gav.
I'll go ahead and drop out if
One
you
of
need
these guys keeps sniping everyone. So they're sniping your mates.
Don, you hang about with them or you are one of them, son.
Chemo had a good point, though.
What's that? What was his good point?
You're not representing Flat Earth in the best way possible.
Who's my responsibility to represent everybody, is it?
Well, 500 people are watching. Some of them believe Flat Earth and they think it's like the new revolution of thought.
They're all individuals. They can make their own discernment and stand on their own 2 feet.
They want to know where they are. They want to know your opinions.
Well,
you
no,
know,
I've no go. My opinions are no interest.
they want to know past waters flat. They want to say, where are we properly?
All right, well, we need to explore that, Don.
500 of them.
Don, we need to explore it.
And you're just shouting like a
We
mental
need to
person.
explore it.
No, he's not shouting like a mental person. The claws are out because he's pissed off. You know.
Yeah, but this is hours every other night, and you don't get anywhere.
Don, why? Whoa, Robert, shh. Don, why are you here then?
Because I like to discuss it. We could discuss where we
Don,
are.
but you don't like my mannerisms and my ways. So why are you here, son?
I think you're a funny man, and we can have good chats.
Well, where you go and listen in the background? Then, if I'm a funny man, you can steal my partner.
If you calm down, we could have
calm.
good chats.
I'm calm.
So let's work out where we live then, where we are.
We need to explore it, Don.
Where do you think we live?
Shall we theorize?
No.
Where do you think we live? You live on a ball.
We're buried in a big ocean, Don. We're encased in an infinite ocean, right? And we're lost at sea. And we're actually going down the way, although in infinity there is no direction, but I'll just say downwards. And that's why we stick to the floor, right? And the other gods don't know we're here. It was a bad god that put us here, and he wanted us here for his own amusement, right? And the other gods are going to find out soon, and then we're all going to be set free to go and shite and poison the rest of infinity, right, Don? That's what's going to happen.
Okay, so are we just going to shout until someone explores, or are we going to try theorize?
Are you going to try to withdraw some shouts? I'm going to depart, but thank you very much, Mr. Dell, for having me on. Hope you all enjoy your day.
Cheers, Don.
And random text.
Okay, let me ask, where shall we explore, Dell, first?
Somebody was saying cheerio, Don. You're very ignorant.
Where shall we explore, and in what way?
I don't know. I heard there's a big, massive cave right underneath your arse cheeks. So maybe we should sleep there.
Let me say, we'll explore south, and we'll see.
I think you're the cause of the tides, Don.
We'll see if the ice
I think you're the cause of the tides. Every time you stand up, the tide goes out. And when you sit back down, it comes back in again.
So you're just joking about it now?
No, I'm serious. I think you're a wizard. You're the wizard's sleeve. Right?
I wish I was.
You're the cause of all the pulley stuffs. Right? There, I'm theorising. I mean, it's hypotheticals. And you now want to put boundaries on hypotheticals, Don. Is that what you're saying? You want me to talk hypothetical, but now you want to put a fucking limit on it. Is that it?
No, I agree with you. Water's flat. It seems flat. It's very hard to measure it curved. No one's ever photographed.
Well done.
No one's ever photographed the curved ocean. But there is still lots of evidence on the internet that we live on a globe.
There's loads of guys talking shit on the internet, Don. That's brilliant.
It's one of them paradoxes. You can't photograph a curved ocean.
See when we're theorising, Don. If you get limits, are you putting boundaries on it?
Well, I just want you to understand it's a paradox.
How do you gauge what's ridiculous and what's nonsense?
We're never going to give you curved
How do you gauge what's got merit and what's ridiculous in your hypotheticals talks?
The only way we can show you curved ocean is from space.
How are you gauging any of that, Don? Can you answer me?
Well, I've been in Flat Earth 2 years. There is no curved ocean photographs or evidence. All you can do is see things disappear behind the line of the horizon of the ocean. You're not going to get what you want. It's a paradox.
Right, Don,
people still believe they live on a globe because there's other evidence.
Right, Don, so what about an actual scientific measurement then? Are you up for it?
I'd be interested in the results and seeing you guys try and do it.
No, that's great, son. But
if you don't trust them, why are they going to trust you?
Ever.
Because you're just going to be another man that did an experiment.
Anybody else get in to say, Don's boring me now?
Have you got a good wood pile, Del?
Sorry?
Have you got a good wood pile at there?
Somebody's talking and it's really, really quiet. I can't hear you.
It's me, Del.
Who?
It's me in the distance.
Who's that? You, Dom Yamaha?
Yeah.
I've got you turned right up, Dom, and I can barely hear you.
Will that be my mic then?
I think you've got a tech issue going on, man. It's so hard to hear you.
Give me a minute.
So, let's talk hypotheticals, shall we? Right, let's do that.
Hypotheticals.
Let's talk hypotheticals. Don, I think the only place good and evil can exist is here. right? And when you leave here, it separates into a duality of good and evil. And I think you came from the spawn of the serpent. I think you were spunked out of a reptile's squiggly, scaly penis.
But it's you're the one being rude.
And your demeanour and your mannerisms are telling me such that's what you are.
Using weird, strange wording.
I think I need an exorcist on you or something, son.
And you're the one that always talks about other people's assholes and squeaky bums and all that.
Well,
every stream, it's really weird.
Don, it's because you come here with it. As I say, I know you're here because I can feel the wind, right? Yeah. It's like my hair's all fluttering and pulling to the side every time you arrive. Is it a black hole? Is that what's going on? Is the universe centered around your sphincter, son? All the garbage just poured into you and now you're here spewing it at me.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, Don. Are you happy now that we're talking utter nonsense, Don? Is this enough hypotheticals for you, Don?
It's better than the craziness earlier.
This is crazy, mate.
Yeah, I feel a bit gutted because I can't give you the proof that you want that we're on a globe.
We're not on a globe, that's why, silly.
Well, that could be the reason, but I think it's because you've decided you won't accept most of it.
It's a physical impossibility. It's physically impossible, Don.
In your opinion, yeah.
No, factually impossible, Don. Scientifically, factually impossible, Don.
You can use the word factually if you want. I don't know about that.
It is.
It's a fact that we can't show you curved oceans apart from except from space.
Water's not got that ability, mate. It's just not made of that stuff. Why do we use Euclidean plane principles in every aspect of reality, Don? What's your excuse?
I think it's because the Earth's big. That's what.
If you went and looked at it, it's big, so it's just big. That means it works.
Yeah, we can deal with a plane for most of the time because it's basically as good as a plane, isn't it?
I'm bored taking the piss out you now. See you later. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start another hangout because I think Gav was trying to join as well. So
all right,
I'll fling the link in the chat box. Right, Robert. Everybody else.
Yeah. Okay.
Riveting stuff. Tours now. Fucking nonsense. All this top people as well, you know, like I represent this, that, and the other. This is all their propaganda again, right? Trying to pull everybody under one umbrella. It's bullshit. I'm not a public representative. I'm not here trying to campaign for some sort of election, right? If I was, I'd be on here as fake as fuck, kidding you on. I was something that I'm not.
Hey, Dale.
All right, mate.
Hi. Sounds yourself.
Aye, all right.
Hey, Merrill.
Hi, Gav.
Let's see if we can get some sensible discussion. Oh, fuck. Richard, turn the volume down on the YouTube.
Sounds yourself. Hey, Merrill.
Richard, turn the YouTube page down.
What is that? You sniped me and then started a new hangout.
Richard, turn the volume down on the YouTube. Oh my goodness. Is that you, Richard? Are you sorted now?
Are you talking to me? Whoa.
Well, it does say Richard in front of your face. So, yes, I would suggest I was talking to you.
All right.
Right.
I plugged my headphones in. I hope there won't be any volume right now.
So, what have you got for us, Richard? Richard.
All right. I don't know why it says Richard because that's not how I'm signed in.
What's your name then? It says Richard in front of you.
No, I was just wondering what you would accept as proof.
But you don't understand what proof is. Proof is proof, Richard. What's your name?
I thought it was Earth as curve.
What's your name? I'm just going to keep calling you Richard, and there's going to be confusion unless you tell me what your name is. Make one up that you can
Well,
identify.
my name is Richard. My name is Richard. That's okay. You
All
can
right,
call
that's
me
fine.
Richard.
Okay,
I don't
Ricky.
care.
Tricky Ricky Dicky. How's it going, Dick? I'll call you Dick.
Well, if you want to call me Dick, that's up to you.
Okay, Dick. Have you got anything for us, Dick?
If you want to call me Dick,
Dick. No, it's been sniped. Every time Dick is going to offer us some crap, the Globe cult is getting insecure. Try again, shall we? Let your Globe proponent, Richard, who is not as annoying as the rest of the trolls, let him have his say. Let's see if the Globe cult actually has somebody who can represent it with manners and respect. Let's try that. Let's see if the Globe zealots can allow Richard to try and articulate his reasons for why it's a globe. I'm curious to hear. No, I'm just going to leave it now, Gene, because I want to hear what Richard's got to say. I'll send it in a minute. There we go, people. There's a new link being posted. That's showing up.
Hey, Dale.
All right, mate.
How you doing? We're out in force tonight, eh?
Aye.
Must be a full moon.
It's a real display. It's a real display, man. You know?
Right, anything to stop any kind of reasonable conversation by the sounds of things.
Exactly. Exactly. For fuck's sake, man. They're another fucking absolute gimp. What do you want, Lewis?
Hey,
How are you doing today?
I'm not interested in your fucking social politeness. What you go?
You just literally said a moment ago, let's see if one of these guys can come on and conduct themselves with
Talk about
dignity and
Richard.
respect.
We've experienced you before. You're just another fucking ingrained. I mean, what do you want? Have you got something new? I've heard it off of you before. No, he's gone. Right, Richard. Gav's been sniped again.
Yeah, they got Gabby.
They're just constantly sniping it again. See, they forget that this is all being recorded here. I'm sitting recording this right now.
All right, man.
How
I'm
you doing? I've no sent a link out yet. I thought I'd give you fucking a couple of minutes to say something before.
Well, I can imagine you want a little bit of break from that nonsense, but yeah. But yeah, let's see what one of them maybe has to say if they can conduct themselves in a reasonable manner.
Well, I'm willing to let them again. I'm going to try again. So Richard, Louis, you know, you better have something.
No, your patience is admirable, my man.
Right.
And I know we've already talked about the experiment, but I had a couple of other wee things I just wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
I was thinking hard and long about something that might be useful to everybody, and that would be a little, how should I say, collection of facts that I would call a practical guide to human limits.
Yeah.
You know how, whether it's the limits of vision or, the limits of how high you can go or how much salt you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was having a bit of a hard time trying to collate all that information or find a place where it was readily available.
Right.
And it would seem that you probably have to do something like that ourselves,
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be quite a good, useful little, how should I say, thing to have,
Yeah.
I've got a whole host of how should I say, facts or, ranges of limits that would be probably very good for everybody.
Excellent. Well, I think we're going to have to do that on a, just me and you type thing,
Yeah, aye. There's not much point in doing it at the moment. But one of the things I did want to pick up on was what you said earlier on about, what are they really up to?
Yeah. You've been muted, Gav. You've been muted.
No, blame me. I think we should kick him before anything else happens. You still there?
I'm still here, mate.
Me too. I think this guy blamed me.
It's PMARS and Russian vids and all the clowns. It's the same old shite.
It's the same idiots, aye. All right, can you hear me?
So again, let it be noted, you're giving them the opportunity. We're giving them the opportunity here. You still hear me, Gav?
Aye, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Aye.
So they get the opportunity, and this is how they use it.
That's all they have.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you were saying about what they're really up to, so I'm of the same opinion as you, Dale. I think, what they don't want is people to, be empowered and people to actually think for themselves. So they want that to stay, but their people to be in their places, right?
Exactly.
I do think that's what the whole thing seems to me to be like, because you get all these people getting pushed up and, promoted, but nobody wants to talk about the behavior of all these actors. They're all the same.
Yep. Exactly, mate. You can see it
But,
clear as day. And that's why they've got an issue, rogues like us that they've not got in their fucking wee books that they can fucking control. That's a real problem for them,
Oh, absolutely. Right.
Always has been, in whatever arena, whether it be this or politics or whatever. If it's not somebody they've got in their wee shitey books, they've got a problem with it.
Right, or if somebody they know they got a hold on, or they can coerce or persuade, or whatever, hold some kind of carrot to dangle in front of them, or their ego, These definitely are all the problems. I mean, you've highlighted them many a time, Dale, that are still, how should I say, absolutely rotten to the core in this whole situation. Or their ego, These definitely are.
Still there, mate?
I am still here. Did you just kick them, did you?
Yeah.
Right. Cheers. Right, otherwise it's kind of difficult to have a conversation.
It certainly is.
Yeah, where were we?
No, just about their antics and what they're really up to,
Right. Well, I mean, I think the thing is that, when, for example, you or myself or anybody else goes and actually challenges the science, for me, it's a bit like a common sense audit of science is what's required across the board.
Yeah.
So when people actually go out and challenge those things and, are asking for practical demonstrations that are within the remit of common sense.
Again, there's children, my missus might have this on and there's children running about and you've got these creepy wee predator, paedophile type characters running about just willy-nilly blasting fucking that shite over people's hangouts, YouTube and Google and all these people. These cunts need to be held accountable because it's fucking creepy, predatory, paedophile type behaviour. PMARS, I think's a paedophile. And anybody that's associated with him must be of the same ilk for them to fucking perpetuate and allow that shit to continue.
I would agree. They're overstepping boundaries, Dale, and all the things that they're doing here. You know,
exactly.
There's absolutely nothing else. It's got nothing more to do with normal human behavior.
Exactly.
But yeah, a common sense audit of science across the board is what they fear. They definitely fear people not playing or not captured in this mind virus that we were all captured in, where we've managed to shake free of that. So yeah, and I think they want people in that kind of imbecilic, childish, inane TV show type reality. I mean, you can see it in universities and schools, and you see it now all over the YouTube in this community, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's all just, I think, to keep the people in that sense of disempowerment and stupidity at the end of the day, and that's why they don't like people having these kind of conversations that we are having.
It's just, again, this point to me, I'm this. I'm not politically correct for anybody. I'm not representing any cunt. I can only represent myself, the same as everybody else can only represent themselves. It's a fallacious logic and reasoning to even state these things or even think in your own mind that you represent other people. It's preposterous.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've said that since day one, Dale,
that
has been thrown back at you, as if it wasn't the case. It's just absolute nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's all they've got, right? It's like cloning and copying and, and trying to use the arguments that have been brought forward, the valid ones, and trying to spin them 180 degrees and use them.
Yeah.
Because that's all they've got. They don't have creative, original thoughts. The arguments that have been brought forward, the valid ones, and trying to spin them 180 degrees and use them.
Yeah, it's the Russian vids accounts that are coming in and playing that as well. So he's part of their wee predator groups and circles. That's probably why he hides his face, the creepy wee toucher that he is. Stated clearly, there's probably fucking children who'll hear this and they still continue to do it.
Right, well, but I think you've shown very clearly what kind of man that is.
Exactly. It's not a man. It's a fucking vermin.
There he's back again for more.
Exactly. So I think, Gav, what we'll do for the foreseeable future is, I think me and you will just keep these things private, the hangouts private, and we'll just fucking pound these cunts with facts, stuff that makes them squirm.
Yeah, the trolls are just too much. I agree.
You're one, pedo. Fuck off.
That's not me.
You're a pedo. You're a creepy wee pedo toucher. No, that's your mate. You were heard clearly saying mate. Mate. That's your mate. That's your mate. That's your mate. That's who you hang about with. That's your ilk,
I don't
son.
know those people.
You've been rumbled. That's what you are now. Fuck off.
Yeah. All I can do is laugh about it now.
Exactly.
It's all I'm good for.
Exactly, mate.
I think you're quite right, Dale. I don't really have much. How should I think it's really good when normal people can come on and give their experiences and get involved, and maybe they'll phone on the telephone since that's an open channel. But I must say, it's no fun. It's no fun when you get these assholes in all the time. Just
exactly. What I think we'll start doing is everybody, that's Russian vids. Everybody, that's Russian vids that's doing that. And his pal P Mars. Russian vids and P Mars are in cahoots with each other. Don't make any bones about it. That's exactly what's going on here. So what, as I was saying, Gav, I think what we'll do from now on, anybody out there who's interested, if you're a sane, rational globe believer, please get in touch private and I'll arrange a hangout that we can have that's not going to be disturbed. I'm not going to be opening it up, and we'll get to hear what it is you've got to offer. Because right now, all we're seeing is your zealots from your cult behaving the way they're behaving. And it's not very good for your cult.
No, it doesn't show them in a good light at all. I'm sure there are serious people out there, Dale, who actually do believe still that they live in a ball and think they have argumentation. And I have all the time for them, you know. I've got no issue with that at all, but this behaviour is just beyond imbecilic, you know.
MG42 Pillbox at 100% is Russian vids. I'm recording every bit of it. Go and defend these reprobates all you like.
They keep coming on with these spoof names as well, so I think it probably is very difficult to know exactly, is it?
Aye.
I don't know.
Aye. I can see the patterns of who's coming in and when it's happening.
Right.
And you hear them referring to them as mate and stuff like that, so...
Pal.
That's it. Pal, buddy. You know? Playing that shite willy-nilly over the internet and anybody could be hearing it. You know?
Right.
Again, you know, people are talking about me representing this, that and the other. I'm not the one that's going to these people's hangouts and sticking my neb in. Me and you are not going to their hangouts and playing porn and sniping it and porn bomb. I mean, none of that's going on. You know?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we're trying here very hard to find out what the fuck's going on, where we are, why did we end up in this mess, what are the parts of the deception people should be aware of. But I'm fed up hearing all the bullshit deep down the rabbit hole crap, right? That's got us nowhere in 20 years, right?
Exactly.
I've been in the same places that you've been, and I'm sure a lot of other people have been, and the fact that this is just being kept in a circle jerk, you know, for 3 years is obviously a ploy.
Yeah. And as I was saying earlier at the beginning of this, Gav, you know, all this continual backwards and forwards about visible observation and luminaries and gravity and red herrings galore. Again, it makes you wonder where people are professing that, you know, against the globe or questioning the globe, but yet they perpetuate the long-winded, never-ending to and fro of you know, something that's never going to be resolved. You know, gravity, the luminaries, any of these things, it's got nothing to do with the shape.
No, you're spot on, Dale. I mean, we've talked about this many a time, right? This fact that they don't differentiate property, the geometry of visible space, and it doesn't get handled in physics or in mathematics. Is one of the reasons that, you know, as far as I'm concerned, at least, as my opinion, is how they've got away with it for so long. Yeah. And I'm perfectly willing to speak to anybody about those topics, right, to further the cause and understand, you know, exactly, you know, to break it apart and to how should I say, dismantle the mind virus that people are in. You know, we know the geometry of physical space is all about construction and manufacturing and transport, right? We know that is a direct and immediate thing that we all experience, and that is what defines lived life, common sense, and defines our reality is the physical space that we live in. And then there's all this play on...
Do you know what I'm going to do, Gav? As soon as after this is over the night, I'm going to get the information that Bill Flatter, Florida gave me, and I'm going to make sure this is watertight and just fuck these cunts right up. They're going to have to step up because I'm not giving them this place to get away with this anymore. Fuck them. And again, you know, I don't hold hatred in my heart for anybody, but see these cunts, I hope somebody finds them. I hope they are outed and doxed. They deserve to be doxed, these cunts. Anybody that's got any information about any of these fuckers, where they live, who they are, let it be known, because they fucking deserve it.
Well, it's inevitable, Dale, you know. It's gonna happen because this, as you quite rightly say, is not going to go away.
And all the local ones who are in tow with us and this type of behaviour, you mark my fucking words, you will see me. You will have to face me, face to fucking face, very soon. I don't forget any of these. Every fucking one of these is clocked. Take that how you fucking will, but mark my words, you will be fucking facing me, face to fucking face. That's a guaranteed fact. And pieces of shit.
It's inevitable, Del. You know, it's not gonna go away. So these people will be showing up for what they are at the end of the day. You know.
Exactly.
I'm absolutely sure of that.
Exactly.
And you can see that the desperation is seeping into them from all their, up in their antics. So we know we're getting to them.
Yep.
And they're going to keep on trying their stupid things, but people are just going to get more and more awake and more discerned, right?
Yep.
And I can only appeal to everybody to do that within your immediate neighborhood, your friends, the people you meet in the street, strangers, anybody, because getting it out that way is where we're going to win the battle, right? All this crap in YouTube is it's nice, to know and to convey information,
yep.
But it needs to be done at that other level where this nonsense can't happen.
This is a last, so they might as well enjoy it. This is a last.
Right.
Oh, shit. It's the only opportunity they're going to get. This is a last ever opportunity for them to display what they've got. And all we've got recorded so far is fucking lunacy. Depraved, paedophile type behaviours. Every cunt that's associated with them, all the names are clocked.
Right.
That goes for the locals and all, lads. Jotney's doing his fucking creepy wee pedo touchers now.
They're all bastards.
That's no fucking liked about here, I guarantee you that.
Right, Del.
Who's this?
It's Jez. I'm normally on the Poncho Pete channel, but I thought I'd just come on and say hello.
All right, is this another advertisement, is it?
No, I speak for myself, mate. I don't speak for nobody.
Cool.
I'm not, well, half the time I'm not allowed on the channels anyway because I speak my mind too much and they don't like me.
Oh, well, join the club.
That's on the Flat Earth channels.
Join the club.
Hey, Gerard, you fancy showing your face?
My camera's shit on me.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not expecting you to be pretty.
No, it don't work, mate. It's all fucking.
All right.
Does he work? Aye.
Yeah. Well, there's loads of pictures of me about anyway.
Oh, is there? Aye, good. Maybe P. Miles will have a wanker or something.
Are you still in your shed?
Yeah. So, how can we help you?
Well, no, really. I mean, where'd you go with the Flat Earth? I'm at the point now. I'm going beyond. Do you know what I mean? I want to know why we're here and what is out there. That's what I'm looking at.
Well, that's the same here. That's what I've been saying since day one, mate. The only one who's been pushing for it since day one.
I mean, I'm not interested, in the dome above the top, the ice walls. I want to know why we're here. We're here for a reason.
How are you going to find that out?
Well, you'll never believe it, but I'm an astral traveller.
Oh, geez, peace, man. Fuck off.
I am.
Get to fuck.
That's Poncho Pete.
Aye. Astral travel up here so I can slap you.
And then come over here and I'll slap you back.
That's what I do. I'm a traveller. But it's all the lads will back me up. You'll see it in chat. They'll all back me up. They'll say what I am.
Oh, it's joined the cult. It's joined the cult now. Right. Oh, there's the Gerard cult.
But no, it's like I say, I'm looking. Once you all find out the truth about the flat Earth and what it is, where do we go from here? That's where they're all going to get into the panic stations.
Well, that's where we take it. That's what we need. If I'm going to get closer to finding out who I am and why I'm here, I need to find out where it is first.
Well, I mean, I'm a big believer in the Anunnaki. That's
Zachariah Sitchin.
No, he got some of it right, but I didn't really believe.
So you've got insights then?
Well, like I said.
How about you didn't get any of it right? How about you just made it all up?
Well, like I said, if you pop on the Poncho Cheek channel now and again, they're all right on there. They're good lads. We have a laugh, but there's no bitching like it normally was.
How about we get back to this Anunnaki stuff? I mean, you've got insights and all that, or it's the Anunnaki or whatever.
Well, I haven't got proof. I've only got proof what's in my numpty.
Right.
So that's all.
So you don't know then?
No, well, not 100%. No, only what I've got, but it keeps me happy.
I think
It's
at the
got my-
centre, I think there's a black hole at the centre, and everything's falling into the black hole at the centre, and everything's spinning, running, get into the black hole, and that's what's at the centre of where we exist. And when you get through the black hole, you come into another dimension, another universe, another reality.
Yep.
Aye.
But Dale, you forgot the bit about we're all just brains in a vat to begin with, right?
Aye, that's it exactly, Gav. You know.
Well, it's just our soul. That's all it is.
Our what?
Our soul.
Our what?
Our soul.
Our soul. Arsehole. I'm not an arsehole. You're an arsehole.
Who's an arsehole?
Okay, now a human
You're not
soul.
sticking Nathan up my arse.
Oh, it's an alien finger, eh?
So you think you're a soul, then you think that you're a ghost in the machine?
We're just an energy being, and that's all we are.
What does that
in the
mean?
meat bag.
That's very new age buzzwordy. That, you know, energy beings and all that stuff. I don't know what that means.
Well,
me neither.
We're just our souls just in the meat bag.
You better stop calling me an arsehole. I bully people. I'll have you know. I will bully you.
You'll never bully me, mate.
I'm going to bully you, apparently.
Never bully me.
I'm bullying you. I'm bullying you right now. Probably.
No chance. Whereabouts? Where are you then? Glasgow?
Paisley.
Aye.
You're going to come up and kick my arsehole?
What for?
I don't know.
I wanted to come in your shed. We could do a team up.
You want to come in my shed? I'm not into that, mate. It's not that type of shed. So, anyway, we're astral travelling, light beings, souls, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're arseholes.
Aye.
You got to think about
arsehole
arseholes,
light
haven't you?
travellers.
What about soul?
Soul. I don't know. Define what you mean.
Well, that's what we are, aren't we? We're an energy.
You keep saying it. Keep saying it. That's just an assertion. I don't know what you mean by that. I would love
Well,
to
we don't-
think that when I die, I float away into the netherworlds of joy and happiness and fluffy bunnies. And all
Nah,
that. I would
that's
love.
just imagination.
So, but yours isn't. Yours is based in fact, is it?
Well, I've got more intel than what you're looking for. You're just going for an
Well,
hole.
I was a prolific sleepwalker and leaving my body and told that I had sleep paralysis and all this stuff. So I can do battle with you, no bother.
No. But you say a hole.
What?
You say you come out with a hole, you know, and everything's getting sucked into it.
No, I was just talking nonsense.
Well, I mean, the other day, I don't really want to get into the astral, but I'm just looking for the truth.
Well, you know, we're part of infinity, and in order to have any kind of experience and separation within infinity, you need some sort of device. And that's what's actually happening here. What this reality is a conduit so that infinity can flow through it and experience separation. Right? So you're in some sort of bubble that's within infinity, but slightly separated with an inlet and an outlet. So aspects of infinity can come through this point and then leave through the other point.
But we're just being controlled. That's all we're being.
No, you're
We're being
not. That's just on your imagination. Nobody's controlling you.
Well, they're not controlling me, you know, because I'm a free man, but
Are you?
they are controlling society, brainwashing.
I don't think any of us is free from ourselves. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, what do you think?
You're free to do as they tell you.
My body right now is regulating its own temperature and breathing itself. I'm not performing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So where's my freedom there?
Who's that?
Louis.
Hey, how you
How are you, son? You chewing gum because you're nervous?
I am a little nervous. You guys yell an awful lot.
I'm not going to yell at you unless you're an idiot.
Oh,
You know,
Lewis. That's not true, Lewis.
Is a world full of snowflakes that a man and an internet screen is intimidating them? Is that really the case? That's fucking terrible. Come on, Louis. You're much surely what age are you? 19?
I'm 25, sir.
25 and you're intimidated by a man on a screen?
Sir as well.
Well, it's more that I care about how I present myself and how my image looks. I care more about my reputation, and there's a
So
chance
you're a
that it could be
narcissist.
tarnished.
You're a narcissist then.
We all have narcissistic tendencies. Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, to be honest with you, Louis. I don't care.
Well, that's fine.
So I don't feel the need to project any falsities at anybody, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to impress anybody with falsities. That's the problems that we're experiencing. I'd rather just experience you for who you actually are rather than, you know, this fake crap that you're projecting.
Yeah, I understand that.
Are you scared? Is it because you're not old enough and wise enough to even know who you are? So you just adopt anything and project it out there?
I think we all struggle with that, discovering what and who we are and what we would like to do.
What do you mean?
Well, some days I wake up and I have a clear objective as to what I'd like to accomplish, not just in that day, but with my life. And then other days, it's like I've forgotten all about it.
That's like me, you know, because pretty much I'll reason with these notions and see that they're just ideas and concepts. They don't really have any roots and any objectives, so they don't tickle my fancy at all, you know. So I feel your pain, you know.
Yeah.
Me too. The older you get, the more you realise that you chase a lot of fucking nonsense in your life and believe a lot of shit.
So Louis, take your mask off and be yourself, son. I mean, that's the best method. I'll accept you.
What? I don't know how to take my mask off. I'm just being myself right now.
All right, okay. Well, you said that you cared about other people and stuff, so that makes me think that you're not really going to be yourself because people are scared to be themselves through fear of judgment.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So nobody here is judging you, my man. You can just be yourself.
What do you want out of it all then, Del?
Sorry?
I said, what do you want out of all of it?
You know what?
Well,
I don't have expectations. I've not got any expectations.
You've got nothing?
I've no expectations, no.
Yeah, I like that way of looking at it, not having expectations. But I know that I do want things. I think it would be foolish of me to share those with you now.
Do you know why you want them? No, that's the question, Louis.
No, actually I don't, but I do know that I want them. And that's one of the frustrating things about being human is that we don't know why we want what we want. We just do.
Well, that's because people have not got the ability to reason with their own processes.
And they don't have a foundation on which to build.
Well, I myself, I start with the foundation that I exist. And I mean, how do I know I exist? Well, I have my senses. How do I know my senses are reliable? Because through time they prove to allow me to do things, and they prove themselves in that way.
So
but I only know that through my sense perception over time, and so it's a circular reasoning process that allows me to make the assumption that I exist. And it's frustrating because at the end of the day, we all have at the very base of our assumptions a circular reasoning process.
I don't have any assumptions. But
I don't really agree with you that.
No, me either. So, you know, I think it's a real issue if people have not got the ability to reason with their own processes, you know, and say things like they want stuff, but they don't know why. I mean, that's pretty big sign of mental illness there.
Well, I think if you think there's no way that, you know, there's always something more to look for and you're going round in circles, then you have to take a stand on something. You have to.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
Can I get back? Louis, can I ask you about? You were talking about your senses and how you gain things through your senses. Do you think you done that through an accumulation of your senses, or do you think you done it with just your eyes?
It's all of them.
All of them, yeah. So you can quantify things by moving in your 3D space, interaction with three-dimensional objects and tangible things and stuff like that. Aye.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. Spot on. So anyway, you know, I know that you're a proponent of the globe. Have you got anything?
Well, I won't say that I have proof, which, you know, is you ask for that all the time. But I mean, at the same time, you can't prove something. You can only be reasonably sure that it's the case. And also,
Louis, I can prove that you'll not survive in water, breathing water. I can prove that.
Yeah, sure.
Right, so there is. Sure. I mean, there is an objective reality. Do you agree?
Right, but in that situation, you're, I mean, you'd be killing me. So, I mean, why would I ever?
No. But it's just it's a known fact that you cannot breathe water.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a fact. That's no something that you can't prove. It's proven.
Well, I would say that's more of an observation, really.
But it's proven because people die when they breathe water, Louis.
Yeah. You don't stand up again after that, man.
Right.
So you're dead. You know, it's a physical proof.
Right.
So are you into idealism, Louis? You an idealist and all that kind of stuff? You think it's a matrix and you're a brain in a jar?
No.
Reality's not really there, right? So things can be proven then about your objective reality.
Well, they could be proven. I mean, being able to say that, oh, you can't breathe water, like that could still be the case in a simulation. I don't believe those, and more importantly, I don't think it matters if they're true because we still live in a world as if it is real.
No, but it is. That's what we deal with. You know, we're subject to the objective reality that we wake up to every single day. So if you get run over by a 10-ton truck, it's going to squash you.
Yeah.
Substances interacting with each other can be shown and demonstrated.
Right, and I mean those are observations. They're not explanations for why the phenomenon occurs.
What do you mean? But why do we need a why? We're dealing with the fact that it's actually there and it happens. The reason that a 10-ton truck will squash, the reason a 10-ton truck will squash is because it's much heavier than you. It's made of more denser materials and you're pretty fragile in comparison to it. These things can be quantified.
Yep.
Right.
So it's not circumstantial evidence like an observation is, right? Where you have some visible from some certain situation or location. There is a difference, right? You are dead when that happens and you do not get up again. It's physical, it's real, man.
Yeah.
Not circumstantial observations.
So what have you got then in regards to the globe? Was it anything new or have we heard it before?
Well, what you can do, I was saying this earlier, is like when it comes to science and making a hypothesis, you can never prove the hypothesis true. You can only prove it wrong. And if you're unable, through time and multiple experiments and the peer review process, if you're unable to prove a hypothesis wrong, then it is much more likely to be correct and it will have use and utility.
What are you talking about? You talking about the globe here?
I'm talking about any science. This is just science in general. This is the philosophy behind science.
The science that we know is corrupted and controlled. Is that the science you're talking about? Are we talking about an individual being a scientist? Because that's what I talk about. I talk about my discernment, my senses accumulated, my understanding of my practical, observed, everyday reality, and not appealing to some peer review and consensus and authorities and all that rubbish. I'm talking to you as a man. Now, as a man, without appealing to any fallacious nonsense, I'm asking you, what have you got, Louis?
I have a process, a reasoning process.
Well, can you give me your reasoning process for how you came to the conclusion that the Earth's a nature-defying sphere?
All right. There's obstruction, and
obstruction where?
That's about it.
Obstruction
the fact that there's obstruction is just about all that I need.
Obstruction where?
At the horizon.
A visible phenomena.
Sorry.
A visible phenomena.
Yeah.
Can you quantify it?
I can see it.
Can you quantify it, Louis?
Well, I can know how far the object is from me, and I can know how big it actually is in comparison to myself.
What size is a rainbow, and what's the dimensions of a rainbow, Louis?
The dimensions of a rainbow could probably actually be calculated, but they're going to change depending on where the observer is.
Right.
That would be circumstantial, yeah.
But I mean, that's not really the same as what I'm talking about.
Louis, you must be intellectually honest enough to admit that the globe is very flimsy.
It's not as flimsy as the flat Earth in terms of explaining.
What flat Earth, Louis, are you talking about?
Well, if you think the Earth is flat, then there's a number of things that we see that require an explanation that don't require an explanation if the Earth is a sphere.
So I've heard you saying now about your visible phenomena, right? What about the tangible stuff, the actual quantifiable, measurable fact that we use Euclidean plane principles in our three-dimensional actual reality? What have you got to say about that, Louis?
What's wrong with that?
Well, that's telling you that you're not on a ball.
Well, in our immediate location, local to ourselves, no, we're not.
So Euclidean plane principles apply locally on a sphere?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How do you work that out? If the starting base is curved, you can't apply that onto a curve, Louis.
Well, I mean, relative to ourselves,
But that's just
much
words.
of it is flat.
Now you're displaying zealotry and avoidance, Louis, where you're making excuses to try and hold on to a faulty belief. The fact of the matter is that is the real world actual applications. Yeah. And you need to contort and do mental gymnastics and say silly stuff like, it's just local. It's just flat locally. How can you be flat locally on a sphere that curves equally in every direction?
Well, because the actual surface of the sphere is just on average curved. There is a pretty smooth curve all the way around on average, but local to your environment, there are changes in elevation that are much greater than your own size.
No chance.
That's just word salad, Louis. How
no.
Give me
You're
an
living
example.
on an average curve now, are you, Louis? An average curve, yeah.
You ever seen the bendy water?
Well, I mean, you can actually if you look at Soundly's stuff.
Where?
Never
on Soundly's channel. Soundly's
Guys,
YouTube channel.
we're not going back to observations. Please spare me. Spare me.
Gerard, don't encourage him, please. We've already dealt with observed phenomena. It's not enough. It's can't be quantified, and Louis knows it as he squirmed in his seat there. So, Louis, can you quantify your visible phenomena? Yes or no?
Well, you can know. Yeah, you can know
give me
the
your
size of the
quantification.
object, and you can know the distance it is from you.
Louis, go and look outside and look down the street and tell me what size the house is, the furthest you can see. Tell me the size of it.
Well, I could go measure the house, and then I could measure the distance that I move away from it.
So exactly, Louis. So you can actually move in your three-dimensional space and get to the house, and then you can quantify it because it's a tangible thing, right?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Now quantify your obstruction.
Well, you can measure how much of the house is obstructed.
Mm-hmm. Can you?
Yeah, you can make a ratio. You could graduate the house size, right?
Yeah.
So, Louis, do you think we travel to the stars and measure it? Do you believe that?
No, that's a bit more indirect. We use trigonometry to measure the size and distances of celestial objects.
What kind do you use there?
What kind? Trigonometry.
Of trigonometry do you use?
Yeah.
Which kind of trigonometry?
Just it's all just trigonometry.
We use planar trigonometry. What stuff do you use in the sky?
Well, you just create a series of triangles with different objects.
Which is a plane principle, Louis.
Yeah, it's still going to give you straight line distance from an observer to the object you're looking at.
No, if you don't know if you can't get to the object, how do you know what it is?
Well, you can do this with objects that you can get to, and I guess it just requires one more assumption that the geometry here on Earth continues throughout the rest of the universe.
So then you said that, Louis, it's an assumption. Assumptions are no use.
Yeah, it is an assumption, but I mean, it would be an assumption for you to assume that they don't, and that it's on a screen or something.
Louis,
like
I'm not the one that's invoking the luminaries as any sort of measurable proof of anything.
Neither am I.
You're the one that's going on about it.
Where does the
you asked me how they're measured. I answered how they're measured. All right. I didn't bring that up at all as proof of anything.
Just a theory. That's it. It's not a fact.
Sorry, Gav. I thought you were going to say something else. We've got somebody else joining. Sergey.
Hey, I just what a pity I haven't heard the start of this conversation between you.
No, we'll just point out to Louis that using your eyes is no quantifiable. It's not enough.
Yeah, but you absolutely can. You can know how big an object is on Earth. You can move away from it. You can measure how far you've moved, and you can measure the obstruction.
Yeah, but Louis,
it is 100% quantifiable, though.
Yeah, but that's to do with substance and tangible things here on Earth, Louis.
Yes, an obstruction occurs here on Earth, Del.
No, it's no because No, because
look, I don't want you to get the feeling that I think that that's proof that the Earth is a sphere.
Right.
It is evidence that the Earth is a sphere.
No, it's not.
Where?
It's just your
Yes,
assertion.
it is.
It's your assertion that it's evidence that it's a sphere.
It is evidence because
No,
it
you're
would
asserting
happen.
that, Louis.
Del,
You're asserting. I'll just say that it's not. I'll just say that it's not.
If the Earth is a
proof.
sphere, Del,
I'll just,
then there would be obstruction. It is evidence that supports the Earth being a sphere.
Else, Louis.
It doesn't mean that the Earth is a sphere.
Exactly.
But it supports it.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Hey,
Yes, it
when
does.
we guys, when we estimate the distance to the object, we have to consider the perspective limits, right? Do we?
It's about 0.2 degrees.
What's 1.2 degrees? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and
0.2
so-
degrees is the minimum resolution of the human eye, and we can use a telescope or a camera, P1000, what have you, to bring it back and magnify it so that it's larger than 0.2 degrees. So even taking into consideration perspective limits, you can still see and measure and quantify obstruction, which is evidence to the sphere.
No, it's not. You just keep
Hold on.
It is, Del.
No,
A
it's not.
question,
You
please.
just keep asserting it,
Is
Louis.
is the perspective rule applies to 360 degrees? I mean, as a kind of a sphere limit. I mean, when you look up, when you look horizontal, when you it doesn't matter. It applies to everywhere.
Every direction, yeah.
Right,
Every direction.
So Louis,
right.
Louis, so if I go down to the west coast and one day I can see further from the next, is the obstruction moving?
No, you're going to have different atmospheric refraction, different atmospheric conditions, and those are predictable. You can know how you can predict before going out that day, based basically on the temperature of the water and the temperature of the atmosphere, like how far you're going to be able to see.
Louis, the ocean's not a fucking sink or a bathtub. The oceans fucking get varying temperatures all over the place.
Right, but you can still, well, no, they're more or less consistent unless
Are
you
they?
live in an area with differing depths. Then you might have some changes.
Exactly.
There.
I don't see the ocean as one depth.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, it still applies. What causes the refraction is the water being a substantially different temperature to the air, which results in a density gradient that's much different and not consistent. Whereas if the water temperature and the air were the same temperature, it would basically just be a nice smooth transition,
So
and
you
you're
don't
not going to
think-
get any refractive effects.
You don't think that that's having an effect on how you see things?
Oh yeah, it absolutely has an effect on how you
Right,
see things.
So it's not down to that though. It's down to obstruction. That's just what you want to assert.
Well, I mean, you can just take the same observation over multiple days. I mean, there you go.
Well,
Can I ask you a question, please? I was thinking always all the time. I've been thinking about this perspective rule and how it applies to any direction we look at. I mean, if we look upwards, let's get this example. If we look upwards, right, we know that when we look horizontal, we have a limit of vision for about 5 miles or 3 miles limit vision, right? And when we look upwards, how does it apply to it? I mean, the object is getting smaller, right? And it is getting smaller and smaller and smaller up to the point when we don't see it anymore, right?
Right.
So the object must be so huge to be able to still be visible.
Right. Yeah. So like an airplane.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Like an airplane, you can see an airplane. They cruise at like 5-6 miles up in the atmosphere. So the limit isn't 3 miles. And 3 miles is just if you're 6 feet high looking over basically level ground. 3 miles is where the horizon is. It's about where it's going to be. That's not the limit to how far you can see.
Why does it rise up, Louis, from my feet?
It doesn't.
It does.
It's not rising up from your feet.
When I look out at the street, when I look along
It
that
is.
when I look
It
along
is
the
rising
listen,
up
stop
from
butting
our
in, please. Stop butting in. When I look out anywhere, Louis, and I look across any expanse, it rises up from my feet. The angle comes up towards the centre of my eye. Why is that?
Well, I mean, I see what you mean, but like, it's not physically rising.
No, I know it's not.
Okay, well,
so what's causing that?
It is not physically.
What's
It's
causing
just
that, Louis?
visual effect.
What's causing it,
Right.
Louis? What's causing that?
Well, that's just how reality is.
No, is it because of my eyes, Louis?
How your vision works, Louis.
No, it's not because of your eyes. Like you can know that.
What's it
you
because
can,
of? Look, Louis, it's
But you
either
can-
look, Louis. Whoa. It's either because of my eyes or it's physically rising up in front of me. What is it, Louis?
Well, it has to do with the distance the object is from you and how big your field of view is. So this happens with like every single camera too. So it's not like a property of your eye.
What's the camera based on, Louis?
I mean,
Hey,
cameras
if-
based on
if-
capturing light.
What's it based on? What's it taken from?
I mean, there are some cameras, many cameras actually, that are built on the eye. Yeah.
Right. So why are you keeping avoiding the fact that it's a property of the eye?
Well, I mean, I if you want to be, I just don't understand the term.
Well, it's either this, Louis, look, the physical geometry of a sphere does not allow for anything to be rising up to meet the centre of my eyeball. Okay, so it's either that it's no a sphere physically, or that it's physically is rising up in my eyeball, or it's a property of the eye that's creating that effect.
Right.
So what is
Well,
it?
do you
Pick
think?
one. Pick one.
Do you think the ground at any point comes up above the 90 degrees that you're looking at? So does it
No.
ever come up to 91 degrees?
No, it can never go past the ground. Will never get past the central point of the lens.
Right. And it doesn't do that if the Earth was a ball either, right?
No, it should lower and curve away from me. As I
And
elevate up, I should be tilting
it
my
does.
head. If I
It
was
does.
no, Louis.
It does.
Louis, I've done real world tests, Louis. It doesn't.
This is something you can actually measure. You could get there are a number of very simple devices you can make that guarantee that you're looking level.
I know,
And
I've
you
done
can
it.
use that. You can use that at various elevations to
done
look
it.
out at the horizon.
I've done it. I've done it,
All right.
Louis. I've done it.
Then you know.
Yeah,
then you know.
I know that it's always there, right in the centre.
Did you take pictures of it?
Yes, videos. You can go and watch the videos if you want.
All right. What's the video called?
I don't know. I can't remember. You need to go and look through it.
Oh, come on, man.
That's not my duty. I'm not here to fucking wipe your ass. I've done it. I can't remember. I've done that many.
I've done it with a P900 and I saw 70 miles on a shit day.
Let's not move away from this right here. Let's just stick with it, Louis. You've got a couple of options here, Louis. Right?
So I do.
Aye. Well, you know,
I've got as many options as I decide that I have, Del. Thanks very much.
No, you don't. You don't.
Actually, I do.
You don't, because the
I
fact
do.
the
Reality
fact that,
we're talking about. You don't have that many.
Are you in control of the options I see? No, you're not. Oh, so who's in control of my? Oh, I am.
Well,
Right.
let me state your options then, Louis. Right, it's a fact that when I look out, the floor will rise up. The floor will never get past the central point because that's impossible unless I was looking into a physical wall that joined in the middle.
Yeah, but
right?
would you go ahead and say that it's impossible because it's a property of your eye? No, that's a completely useless way.
no.
It's useless to describe things that way.
Absolutely.
trolling.
It is because of eye property. Absolutely. It's because of
But
how
Louis,
we
Louis
are
doesn't want to go
designed.
there. Louis has to avoid that fact because he knows. So Louis, if it's a physical,
Thousands of years I've had to avoid that fact, Del. Sorry, just to butt in.
Aye,
Yep.
that's it.
It's
So-
been ignored from physics and from mathematics. In all the textbooks, you won't find it. Why?
Exactly.
And Louis won't
Because
address
it's
it.
a useless way to look at the world.
No, Louis, if you're
We want to feel the real world. We don't want to look at it.
So
you don't
Louis-
want to look at the world? Well, I mean, maybe you
Louis-
should gouge your eyes out or something.
Louis, do you agree that it's a physical impossibility? The geometry of a sphere dictates that the floor can never rise from your feet.
No, I won't, because you can always be so much smaller than the sphere that
Doesn't
you can
matter.
only see a tiny little bit of it. And at that point, it looks flat and is going to look almost identical to the geometry you would expect if the Earth was actually flat.
Louis, stand on any hill.
You know what you would expect if the Earth was a sphere? Obstruction.
Louis, listen to me.
You know what we see, Del? We see obstruction.
Louis is losing the plot now because he's getting spanked. Louis, so a sphere, a physical sphere, any slope.
This whole thing started with you asking me what.
I'm going to mute you now, Louis, because you've been ignorant. So, Louis,
you asked me what I consider to be evidence.
Louis, are we having a conversation?
And I told you obstruction, and so now you're talking about something else.
Louis, why does the floor rise up to meet my eye?
I'm going to go ahead and just say perspective. Or what was the stupid term you came up with? It's how your eye works. It's just how your eye works.
So Louis,
that's why things look the way they work, because it's just how your eye.
Louis wants to invoke.
What a really useful way to describe reality.
Louis wants to invoke visible phenomena, but wants to ignore the eye. Now he's ridiculing the eye, the very eyes that he's saying he can see obstruction with. What a fucking clown you are, son.
I'm not ridiculing the eye at all.
Yeah,
you're a total mess.
I'm ridiculing your description of why things look the way they look.
I'm not describing anything. I'm asking you. You're the one that's making the assertions. So, Louis, why does the floor rise up?
Del, it's not an assertion to point out that there is obstruction.
Louis,
that's an observation.
Louis,
there is obstruction.
Louis,
Del.
Why does the floor rise up to meet my eye level?
Because that's how your eye works?
Is it?
I guess so.
Well, this is what we need to look at, Louis. We can't just
okay,
keep certain...
oh boy, I can't wait to see what mysteries of the universe we're going to uncover here.
Well, it's better than just saying, I see that, therefore that's my assertion and that's the way it is.
That's actually not what I'm saying. I'm saying, here's what I see. Here's a possible explanation for why I see that.
Louis.
Blah, blah, blah.
Louis. I defy anybody to go and stand on any slope and tell me that that slope is rising up to the level of their eye when their head is level, looking straight out. Anybody can go and try that, regardless of how slight the slope is.
Sure, I agree. A slope, yes, but the Earth is not a slope. You're not standing on top of a pyramid, though. What you're describing is not the situation. It's not the situation that I believe in, and it's not the situation that any of the people you talk to believe in as well. Not any one of them, Del.
So you remember you just recently mentioned that there's a limit of perspective.
No, hold on.
Do you remember that?
Hold on,
limit of perspective. You have said that.
Yes.
Okay. So what is it then? Limit of perspective.
It's about 0.2 degrees.
Okay. So, I mean, how does it happen? I mean, wait.
Sergey, I'll answer for him. Sergey, I'll answer for him, right? Because in order for that to be reality, what would have to be the case is that the globe Earth was like a golf ball, and everywhere we stand, we're inside a dimple on that ball, so that we're looking at a floor rising up to meet our eye level. That's the only way it's physically possible.
It's worse than that. The abyssal plains underneath the oceans are apparently 50% planar, right? So we've got, I mean, I don't know what shape this potato is, but there's big plain bits all over it. You know, I mean, it'd be very difficult to draw that figure.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot.
It's a potato rock.
It's a lot more smooth than a golf ball would be.
Louis, you can't. A sphere dictates that the ground should never rise up to meet your level eye.
Yeah, if the sphere is like small relative to the eye of the observer, sure.
Look, Louis,
but if the ball is literally thousands of miles in circumference, say 24,900 miles in circumference, then you're not going to have that problem.
You can keep saying bigger and bigger scale and all that, Louis. It's a sphere.
How is this difficult for you to conceptualize, dude?
The geometry of a sphere does not allow the ground to be rising up level with your eye, regardless of how big it is.
Sure it does, let me say, it doesn't rise up level to your eye.
It's just
it comes very close. It comes very close to rising up level to your eye.
Yeah, that's because.
And actually, Del, as you gain altitude, it drops from eye level.
No, it doesn't. Louis.
Yes, it does.
Louis,
And
listen.
like I said
Listen.
before you rudely interrupted me and cut me off in the middle of my explanation, I gave you ways that you could actually.
The reason that the floor is always
I gave you ways that you could measure this yourself.
The reason that the floor is always below the central point of the lens or the observer is because in reality the floor never goes past the central point. That's a physical impossibility unless you're looking at a hill, right? So the reason that the ground is always below the centre of the crosshair is because it can never physically go beyond the middle part unless you're looking into a hill. So Louis just waffling shite yet again.
Oh, wow, you just blew my mind, Ellie, by stating some
Louis gone. I've had enough of Louis now. So we've went in circles enough with Louis and we know that he's getting nothing. So Louis wants to assert that he sees something, but an understanding of the eyes is irrelevant. We've to ignore the eyes and we've just to make assertions. The geometry of a sphere dictates the physicality, the geometry of an actual sphere. You're always at the top of the sphere. Looking around you, the floor is moving downwards in every direction from you. No rising up to meet your eye level. Physical impossibility.
I mean, if we have even if we've been, what I was going to say is that we have a perspective rule. Anyway, we are designed that way. Our eyeballs work that way. So even if we are on a sphere, we will still have the things around us being the law of perspective, right? So it is, and since we look around and see what is it around us, then it is just tells us that there's absolutely no any kind of spheroidness around us, and there's no curvature going down because we every time we look around we are assumed to be on top of the curvature of the sphere, and everything around us must be curved down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't appear. It is not.
I mean, this stuff isn't really even up for debate, if you ask me, right? I mean, there's nothing physically demonstrable. There's no physical demonstrable curvature, right? We know that. We know water doesn't bend. And all the people have is to come and deny things that have to do with perspective, with the way we see things, with the geometry of visible space as opposed to physical space, and deny that the conversation has to go there, right? I mean, they keep coming with all the same old tired arguments, and it's beyond a doubt, right? I mean, the whole of Berkeley University is founded on the philosophy of George Berkeley, who wrote numerous books about perspective and vision and how important it was to understand our reality. And yet these people will continually deny that how should I say, one of the things that has to be looked into deeply is perspective, how your vision works, what are the limits of vision, all those things, right? And all they can want to do is either avoid that topic or ridicule it, yeah? Or use faulty principles to try and prove it with some kind of planar geometry, right? Which is...
Yes, and I met lots of young, very smart people, very educated people. I met them during my work, and I was talking to them, when I was talking to them flat Earth, immediately it's just kind of a barrier, you know. They are smart, they are clever, they are intelligent, they know how to think, how to measure, how to calculate everything. But when we come to this point, it's kind of a barrier that they cannot go through. It's like with this young guy we have just spoken to.
No, Louis is a well-known troll, so don't place too much relevance on Louis. But I want to just address Skyfly Brian, the chat box, being an utter moron. You know,
Well,
stationary water is flat, but moving water is never flat. As the oceans are moving, they are not flat. Well, there's certainly no bend in Skyfly, Bry, you utter retard. Right? Any standing body of water may have waves and motion and swells, but I guarantee you that it's no bending and curving, because if it was, it would be flowing away. Okay, moron?
I was going to say with Skyfly Bright, he was a grouper.
Skyfly Bright's just a tit.
And now, not sorry, he was a flat earther, and now he's just gone back to being.
He was never. Skyfly Bright's one of these guys who's, you know, a fucking Trojan horse. He'll sit there professing he's honest and he sees it, and then you'll see a reversal. There's many characters put in place like that. It's always been a tactic that they've used. They've used it so many times.
Can I ask a question?
I'm just going to say this to Skyfly Bright, and he knows I've told him, bet me $3,000. I've already betted him $3,000. Show me the bendy water, and let's have the bet. He will not do it.
Am I on mute or something?
No, I can hear you.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Like, see when you see buildings on the horizon, right? They call it obstruction, right? That's allegedly supposed to be the curvature, right? So, what would you say that is? Would you say that's 500 feet waves, or what's the other thing?
No, it's an optical.
Like atmospheric conditions, like fog and that shit, and I mean it's like blocking out the bottom of the building.
What you need to do is you just need to have an actual look at what you're looking at, right? They're going to tell you that it's flat all the way up to that point just before the object, and then the dip happens there. I mean, it's absolutely fucking preposterous.
Aye, but what? See the line, the horizon, right? So like, we're looking at this some sort of building, right? Who gives a fuck what one it is? I mean, it's like if the building's cut off with the horizon, is that what is that? Is that like the waves, or is that like fucking fog?
You can see,
fog, right?
You can see the exact
dust particles or some shit. Give me what
you can see. Listen,
it's only going to be three things, right? It's going to be the curvature, the ever some shit, right? Or it's going to be fog, or the other thing.
Are you going to ask a question and let me respond?
Aye, sorry, bro. Go.
Right. You can see the exact same thing over known flat land. You can go down to the airport, Glasgow Airport, and put your camera down on the ground, or even higher up, and watch as things disappear from the bottom in the distance.
Dale.
Aye.
I thought.
Is it alright if I would like to put something to you tonight?
Can we just focus on one thing at a time? See all this hopscotching to one thing to another? It's doing my tits in again.
It's not just today. It's mainly just today. You were talking about an experiment earlier on that you've kind of come up with.
Right.
I thought of an idea myself for something that would actually help to like put certain people's minds at rest today with this. The fact that water isn't curving all this, right? My point is the first question you would ask somebody about the thing you do, does water cover that, is the thing, wherever the water's sitting in, the ground of the water never affects the surface, right? So that you have to base this experiment that I've come up with on this first principle that I'm talking about. And basically, if we know for a fact that there's no way the water's going to curve over, no matter how far a distance you go, right? So my experiment was, if you could get like enough containers and level them over like a good few miles, like glass containers, and put a mark on the side of the container, and fill every container all along to the same height.
No, they're just going to say they're just going to say it's following the curve of the earth. Right, that's why you need a block, which is the starting point. So the next point's the next point's no following the earth. The next point is following the first block that you put in place.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the experiment I'm talking about, is to keep it.
Well, I've already said that. So it's not about putting things on the ground. Listen to what I'm saying to you, because they're just going to say to you, but it's just following the curve. You need You need the first block, which is plumbing level. the next piece is no going on the ground. It's square to the first piece. And then every piece is square to the next piece, all the way out. And if it was a curving earth, the gap would increase at the bottom.
Correct. Yeah, but they're the square ones that come out Mars like anti-clockwise.
What?
Yeah, but the reason I was given that.
If I do a jobby, if I do a fucking shit on a field come out Mars, clockwise or clockwise.
That's because you're letting pigs shag you. Pigs have got corkscrew willies, and when it shagged you, it made a thread. If you shagged an Australian pig, it would be an opposite thread, and your jobby would spin out the other way. Yeah, answered. See you later, Bufter.
Don't talk to my friend like that.
Shut up, you. What are you doing back here? Pedo. Fuck off.
Yeah, man, jobby for jobby for.
Stop letting pigs shag you with their wee corkscrew willies, and your jobbies will no come out spinning.
Shut bum chin, man. You got up your bum chin.
Aye, I know it's sexy as fuck, innit? You want to shag it?
I just stick a dildo in your chin, bro, mate. You know what I'm saying?
Come and see me and stick it in my chin, you wee fud. Fuck off.
I'll have you stick a dildo right in your bum chin.
Aye, batter in, wee man. Later.
Hey, guys, I just want to share with you some thought I had the morning before last morning. I woke up and thought that the moon and the image of the moon must be, or maybe, the image of the dome that we have above us. If you can think of that, I mean, the clue for this thought was when I was watching the video of Dwayne. I don't remember the surname of that guy. He's got the camera that is that was directed upwards, and I was able to watch the balloon itself and how it was illuminated by the sun. And I was seeing the illuminated part of the balloon from one side, and very, very small spot of that illuminated part, kind of reflection on the other side of the balloon.
What are we talking about
So,
here? What are we talking about?
Have you?
Okay.
Vision. We're talking about vision again.
We're talking about the sky stuff, season and all that.
Yeah, we're talking about what we see and everything that has been talked about tonight, Louis and everybody else. Everything relies on our eyes, and unless we know what our eyes are seeing, how they work, we're in fog.
Yeah.
Because everything we look through, so it doesn't matter how you measure it, doesn't matter what bloody implement you use, the thing you're using to use those implements are your eyes, our eyes. Gav's got it right. This is where we need to be putting our all our focus, excuse the pun, all our attention has to be going into how we see things, our vision.
Bum chin, bro.
This has got to the point where these people have to fucking well realise this isn't a joke. What you are playing your fucking porn for and all your bullshit is defending what every single person on this fucking planet has been taught as fact. That's what makes me so pissing angry.
Booga booga.
Mars, grow up, go get some
Booga
fucking
booga.
medication. Either that, put a rope
Booga
round your
booga.
neck and pull it. Do the world a frigging favour or get off YouTube. Because seriously, guy, you need some frigging help.
I think Flat Earth is
Russian vids, fuck off.
Why is Flat Earth getting you so angry?
Why? Flat Earth isn't getting me angry, PMARS. The lies that people are being taught as fact is getting me angry. The fact that you people cannot realise everything you talk about is what we use our eyes for.
What an interesting hangout it is.
You're talking
Thank you.
rubbish.
Defend that comment, PMARS. Tell me why it's rubbish.
No, Gene, fuck him. Fuck him.
Because you're saying that we can't trust our eyes, which is
no,
true.
I'm saying we have to understand our eyes, PMARS. Not trust them, understand them. Know how they work.
Yeah, but I mean, the Earth isn't flat. I mean, knowing that how your eyes work
We
isn't.
don't know that, PMARS, because we're using our eyes, and we cannot know how our eyes work.
Well, we can tell it's not flat with.
Man, heavy-headed, bum chin, man, pure head he comes with his bum chin, pure bum chin, man, pure blow bum chin.
It's the little X button in the right-hand corner.
Bum chin, bum chin, bum.
I've just turned everybody down. I'm very flattered that they, focus on my bum chin. I'm sure you'll be wanking your wee inch, all night and night. If you keep stopping when you get the tickly bit and build it up and build it up and build it up, you might be able to blast some of the fucking coffee stains off the ceiling, right? But you need to wait. You need to have a bit of self-discipline, a bit of self-control. Don't go beyond the tickly bit, right? Try and control the flow there. And then you'll build up a right fucking head of steam where you can fucking blast all the fucking stains off the roof. Right? Females, nobody can hear you, son. Nobody can hear you, females. I don't know what you're talking about. These people are fucking retarded. To all the decent people on the panel, I'm sure you can hear me. You'll need to forgive me because I've just turned the whole lot right down while I rip the piss out of them. You know? That's all I deserve. So, I don't think P. Mars has to worry about his job he's spinning out in any particular direction. I think they just fall out without touching the sides. He doesn't even require toilet paper. That's how he could afford that wee bike, because he doesn't need to wipe his bum. The shit just falls right out. So, hey ho, What's happening in the chat box, people? Shelley, how you doing? David Marks, Find the Grey, Dave Hinkle, Ziggy Stardust, Bates, Ute, Comment, JD, Oops, Dean Stewart, Nicholas, Bubby Blindy, Dell has a powered toastman chin and it's great, Fucking marvellous. I'm sure somebody out there will say that it's a sign of something. I'm a descendant of, I don't know, a Jesuit Jew or something like that. And the telltale sign's the big fucking hooter and the arse crack in the face or something, I mean. It's surmising, but it's good enough proof as any, is it there, is it not? Yeah. Taurus chin, aye. No, I'm a Aries. Whatever that means. Well, Execrate 200, this will be the last evening of that nonsense, although it is fun now and again to rip the pish, but we'll be ripping the pish in a more controlled setting where we don't get disrupted, and we have more focus, so we can highlight the absurdities from some of the characters that are online and some of the pseudoscience and the crap that they spew at people, So I think they're still rabbiting on in the background. I think they think they're being heard, but they're not. I can hear them fucking waffling away, but nobody's listening to them. Just see, aye. No, they're still going. Cheers, lads. These are just a laughing stock. Gav, I hope you're just sitting in there ripping the piss. I can't even hear you, Gav, but you know, I just rip the piss out of them. I think this guy that's on here says bum chin about 40 million times. I think with every stroke, he's saying bum chin. Oh, see, Oddity, I've got Bill Flat Earth, Florida. He's sent me information on how to secure it properly. Exactly, Dave Finkel. Globe Cult on full display. They can't demonstrate them, so they've got to, you know, send in wee idiots like P. Mars and other morons, you know. I think P. Mars has realised that nobody can hear them. Hey, P. Mars, you realised you're fucking dafty. Let's see. Let's hear.
Just wave to bitches, that's it. Just wave to them.
What's up, bitches?
Still good. Ah well. This is their encore. What's that that's going on? Skyfly Bry, unlike you, I am not going to sit in a shed doing videos. I will be travelling around the world over the next 2 years. Go to Africa and say hello to some lions, Bry. Right? Maggie M, how you doing? Bendy Water Mafia. Neil McCrobb, Stephen Strauss, Tanya Gucci, how you doing? Cheers beyond belief. They give me fuel. Oh, thanks, Shelley. Emerald Rider, how you doing, mate? Sorry about that. As I say, it'll be controlled hangouts from now on in, so get to hear from your good self at some point. I thought about that as well, Dom Yamaha. I would maybe need to look into something like that, like something really lightweight, a really good strength of line, you know, a right good fly line or something. Nice one. Cheers, James. Tracy Story or Ute, Q and Fee. Exactly, Q and Fee, that's it. Oh, have you left, Gav? I haven't even looked. Have you fucked off for that hangout? Fuck you his. These sad cunts are still sitting in there. Fucking morons. Say cheese, lads. Say cheese. Right, everybody. As I say, I'll be on tomorrow. Hopefully Gav will join me tomorrow. As I say, I'm going to put up a wee video in regards to water and its behaviour and how I can predict with water and how I can measure with water, and I'll be demonstrating such, and I'll be highlighting the absurdity of these preposterous claims that it behaves contrary to how we actually, you know, see it in the objective world. And also I'll be putting out the drawings for, you know, the postulation of a project for measurement, although I don't need it. you know, once I show the video tomorrow, we'll see beyond any shadow of a doubt that water does not have the ability to behave the way they want it to behave, regardless of how much they cry and moan. So we'll be looking forward to that. Let them scurry, see how they are. So I can only apologise for the dipshits. I'm probably not going to leave this hangout up this evening, people. There wasn't really much in it, to be honest with you. So that's the last. Although I will be saving the bits from Louis and whatnot, just to highlight the fucking nonsense. I might just edit out the first portion and leave the bits so that everybody can see it for what it is, you know? Cheers, everybody. I've left. Much appreciated, people. Cheers, Daniel Pratt. I seen your re-upload. It's irrelevant who I am and what I'm about. You know, it's the information, it's the content that's being offered. So spot on with that. So I'll sit tomorrow and I'll give some shout outs as well, some different channels. Exactly, I did that. So take it easy, everybody. See you very soon.